All right, there we go. Fester with another JIT, just-in-time arrival.
Yep. Just in time.
What the hell are you wearing? You're wearing a Hawaiian shirt with some kind of pink tie-dye underneath? What the hell is that?
I slept in this shirt, the pink shirt underneath.
Oh, my God. Holy hell. Jeez.
Threw on my favorite Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
All right, Friday the 13th. I don't give a flying crap, but it does give me an opportunity to... You know, it almost sounds a little too happy. Well, I have not seen Friday the 13th, one of the Jason movies, since I believe high school. So early 80s, mid 80s. Yeah. I thought I remembered I thought it being a little more pronounced than what I just heard in the soundtrack audio here. Yeah, I don't know. That's from Friday the 13th. And I think there were multiple Friday the 13ths. From a musical standpoint, I think I'm much happier on Friday the 13th playing Fester's theme song.
Hey.
When you're JIT, you can't walk like this.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
buzz in.
Listen, depends when you start.
Listen.
MJ, forget what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
My awful assortment of tie-dye and Hawaiian shirts and sweatpants. And look at this festive holiday vision, Roxanne wearing her Santa Christmas party dress.
Didn't even notice that.
She looks fantastic.
I actually have jeans on underneath, but I
see.
brought my stockings. Okay, I
Whoa.
brought my stockings. I just was
Whoa.
like, if I get pulled over or something on the way to work, I didn't want to have my stockings on. I wanted to look somewhat normal.
Are you Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus.
She could
I'm going to be
be.
rocking with Santa and his sleigh list today.
And what is this for? Is this just...
For
is
fun,
this-
guys.
This is festive.
Oh, okay,
This is
all right.
this is
I-
our little- what is this for?
I didn't know whether you had an event to go to or
Listen.
something for the kids at
Not
school.
that these
or...
kids in this room. Here
Yes.
I am.
Well, one of them's certainly enjoying it. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, it's fantastically festive.
So today's our last broadcast show of the year. So
I was going to keep that a secret.
well, I'm not. I don't.
I was going to keep that a secret, and
Why?
just to see if anyone knew that we were going to put best ofs on.
I
you know.
won't tell the listeners at 7:00.
Okay, all
Okay.
right.
Just between us, you
Nah.
early guys.
And I wasn't going to keep it a secret, but I'm
Yeah.
just giving you a hard time. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no,
Go
it-
ahead, Jitmaster.
So, Roxanne coming in with a little holiday cheer. Thank
Yep.
you. It is appreciated.
I'm going to go make some hot cocoa on the break.
Look at you. All
And
right.
How about some eggnog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
Very
eggnog.
festive. I mean, it's probably like a year old.
Just-
Probably some from last year in there.
Just find some milk in the fridge that's been in there for like 7 months, and there you go. Some, I've never had eggnog.
What's with you, man?
There are certain things that there are certain items that just from a mental standpoint that I just get an image or something just completely just unappealing in my head, and I just don't have an interest. So
For a guy who tries new things,
well, there are certain new things that just don't bother me, but for whatever reason, eggnog, and just the thought, I don't even know what it tastes like. I've had no interest ever in eggnog because for whatever reason, I'll tell you what, I think I got in my head that eggnog is like this, like thick, viscous, syrupy, like chunky dairy product that has like chunks of like curdled, spoiled milk.
okay.
Don't drink the milk. Why? It's spoiled. All right, go ahead.
Okay, that's obviously not the case. We don't have holiday merriment around spoiled milk.
So what the hell is eggnog? I've never had. I swear,
Yeah.
I've never had it.
How do we describe the flavor? I mean, it's obviously very sweet.
Well, originally,
I was going to say it tastes like rum, but that's because I put a bunch of rum in
I
it.
mean, if you put rum in it, it will taste
But
like rum.
Some eggnog has alcohol, or do people add alcohol?
You add it. I mean, I'm sure you can buy the pre-mixed
Yeah.
package of it, or carton of it. But
It's like an egg and dairy drink.
Yeah.
That's thicker but not chunky, and it has like a cinnamon and nutmeg tones,
Cinnamon and nutmeg tones.
and it has like 10,000 calories. I mean, if you ever looked in the side of an eggnog carton,
Right.
it's like quadruple the calories of like just drinking a regular glass of milk.
Mhm.
I think the portion size is like a thimble.
A thimbleful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A quarter ounce.
Yes.
And it goes, once you digest it, it goes immediately straight to your thighs.
MJ, you want to have a semi-fascinating segment.
Oh, I like that eggnog thighs.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that too.
Oh, look, she's got eggnog. Well,
Oh,
or
oh,
listen,
oh.
equal opportunity. Look, Fester's got eggnog
You
thighs.
bet I do.
Yeah.
So, a semi-fascinating segment today would be a quick rundown of the list of things MJ's never had. You mentioned earlier you've never had coffee. You've never had pumpkin pie.
Okay, listen. We'll go to Starbucks, get him an eggnog coffee.
Two birds, one stone.
Hold on. How do you know these things? So that's true. I've never
Yeah.
had a cup of coffee. Pumpkin pie has always been just horrifically unappealing to me.
You've never had any?
Never had pumpkin pie.
Well, how do you not just say, give me a little nibble?
What do you mean? How do I know these things? I probably talk to you on a weekly basis more than any other person back and forth.
Other than my wife,
No.
or you think you
No,
you
probably
talk
more.
to me more than my wife?
I bet you some days.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Probably so.
Yeah,
We
4
talk-
hours.
Yeah,
You
4
know, plus
hours.
there are certain days where she's giving me the silent treatment. So
Certain weeks.
yeah, certain months.
I think,
Yeah, that doesn't go over
No,
well.
but I-
2009, she gave you the silent
I
treatment.
don't dislike everything pumpkin because I do like pumpkin seeds. You
Yeah.
know, like as a snack, the pumpkin seeds in the little plastic bag, like sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
and also some dim sum places. Not all. I love dim sum.
Some dim sum.
I'm a big dim sum fan when it comes to Chinese food. And like locally, I'll go to China Yuan.
Right.
You know, Peter, China Yuan, right on Armenia, just north of Waters, in that shopping center behind the Winn-Dixie over there. And for me, China Yuan is my favorite Chinese in town. And then they do dim sum, and there's a steamed pork spare rib or a steamed pork rib, I should say. And most places do that with a Chinese black beans.
Yeah.
But there are some places, and the one I can think of is the Golden Unicorn up in Manhattan, up in New York, which is one of my favorite dim sum places up there. They do their steamed pork rib. They do that with chunks of pumpkin that were like cooked and steamed, and it's delicious. So I do love that. So maybe I would like pumpkin pie.
Have you ever had like pecan pie?
You know what? That's another one. I haven't had pecan pie
What the
either.
hell's with you, man?
Yeah. I like apple pie, cherry pie.
French silk pie,
What is that one?
the chocolate one with the
Creamy
like-
chocolate.
Like a chocolate
ribbon.
cream pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had, of course I've had
Okay.
chocolate cream.
All right, I'm asking.
Banana cream
What about
pie,
blueberry?
blueberry pie,
Don't look at me like I'm crazy for asking.
boysenberry pie,
You've not had
peach pie.
You've not had a boysenberry pie.
Yes, I've had
What?
boysenberry. I don't know, somewhere. It just sounds
right.
familiar. Or
You've had boysenberry syrup at IHOP.
Yeah, that's
oh,
it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
Nobody's had boysenberry
Yeah. All right.
anything
What-
except for syrup at IHOP.
6:09, just getting rolling. Busy Friday the 13th. Let's grab Jason with traffic.
No incidents to report, but we are starting to see some heavier volume.
is 6:19. Hey, everybody. MJ and the crew here on a Friday, Friday the 13th, which it doesn't faze me. In fact, I'll even be flying on Friday the 13th, so it really doesn't faze me.
You're not scared.
We have another $1,000 to blow out today. We had it yesterday. We announced yesterday at 7:30 that the song was Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice, and we said, hey, it could play at any point during the day, and when it plays, be the seventh caller and win $1,000. And then, hey, it played at like 9:30 yesterday during the last, 15 minutes or so of the MJ Morning Show, and we took the call live on the air, gave away $1,000. So another grand is on the way, and heads up in just over an hour at 7:30. So 1 hour, 10 minutes from right now, we will give you the next Santa sleigh list story. This is the playlist that Santa has on the sleigh, so it's called the sleigh list. And he's got some weird crap on this sleigh list. Although I'm thinking that today's might be sort of fitting. So you'll find out at 7:30. I'm looking at the list right now. I mean, during the course of the last couple of weeks, it's been Macarena, Copacabana.
All good songs.
Yeah, hang on. This next one, I crossed it out so heavily I can't. Oh,
Wait,
Mbop,
Bop.
Kung Fu Fighting, Who Let the Dogs Out.
That's my fave.
That was last week. This week it's been Afternoon Delight, Barbie Girl.
Ice Ice Baby?
I'm too sexy.
Oh, I'm too sexy.
Yeah,
That's
right
right.
side, Fred.
I'm trying to read through my list because I've crossed out each day.
Can't one little cross-out line be enough for you? Do you have to
No,
really scar?
It's like I grab
Yeah.
it with my fist like a kid and I'm scribbling it
I
out.
have to do that too.
Yeah, and then Ice Ice Baby was yesterday, and then we have the next song today, which we'll reveal at 7:30, and you can win $1,000. Hey, let's deal with these UFOs. We've talked about them numerous times on the program. When I say UFOs, talking about these like drones, and that would qualify as a UFO, an unidentified flying object. If you don't know what it is, well, it's unidentified. And we've mentioned these drones several times now on this program over the last couple of weeks. And man, it's just getting really kind of weird. And the White House had, during a press briefing yesterday, they had John Kirby, who I guess is the press. Oh my God, what was
Roxanne.
that?
Sorry about that.
That's awesome. No,
Yeah,
I love
that
hearing.
that is a deep bronchial disruptive sound right
I'm
there.
sitting next to Mr. Velociraptor right
Yeah,
over here.
I mean, she thinks she inherited it from me this week.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
your,
care, though.
your
That's
deal
fine.
was not contagious, right?
I mean,
aren't all germs kind of
Well,
inherently contagious?
here it is. It's going around.
Yeah.
When I went to the walk-in clinic and I described my symptoms, the receptionist, her exact reaction where it was, "Yep,
Indonesian junk is going round. Mommy's all right. Daddy's all right. Fester's a little fat. Surrender.
I wasn't all right. And they did ask if I've been out of the country or went to Indonesia.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the
'cause-
qualifying questions.
And I was in Indonesia just earlier this year.
I
was
told
in,
them that.
But luckily, I didn't get any Indonesian junk, and I don't even know if the Indonesian junk was going round. But mommy's all right, daddy's all right. They just seem a little weird. So back over to the drones.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, I wish I did have a death rattle like Fester did, because that was a cool party trick. But I don't. I just have the deep cough, and I also have eye pain. Okay, continue with
All
the
right, good.
drums.
Thanks for the
All
medical
right,
update.
thank you.
So
Sounds like you're like Walking Dead over there.
right before the holidays,
Yeah.
MJ. So did they confirm it's a military?
No,
thing, or-
no, they haven't confirmed anything. So again, where are we on these UFOs? Hey, if anyone wants to weigh in, I'll grab some early phone calls here. If you want to weigh in, if you got some thoughts, some commentary on these mystery drones up in New Jersey, I'm happy to grab a call or two. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 gets you right in right now here on the MJ Morning Show if you want to comment on the drones, the sightings up north. But you've got like mayors and police chiefs and like lawmakers in New Jersey that are demanding answers. But there was a White House briefing yesterday, and the National Security Council spokesman, which is John Kirby, he said that the feds have been unable to identify or verify any of the 3,000 plus reports of these large car-sized drones that are taken to the nighttime skies. Andrew, you want to get the phones, please?
Did he say they can't verify, or they don't, or he doesn't want to even address it?
He
Like,
said-
if it's a military operation, he doesn't want to talk about
He
it.
said they can't verify. So I believe that some of these drones are military drones. This is right near a military base where some of the sightings have been located. But also, there's a suggestion that a lot of the claims of the mystery drones are people that are actually mistaking the drones for lawful aircraft, like
Oh.
airplanes, helicopters that are legally flying. And, also there's been a suggestion that there might be some copycats that are putting their own drones up to, just kind of
Get in the mix.
get in on the fun, get in on the action.
If I had a drone, I would be flying it in New Jersey right now. That is right.
So the spokesman at the White House press briefing yesterday said, "We have not been able to, and neither have state and local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. Upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reports of sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully."
Okay.
And the people are just like freaking out, totally panicking.
From coastal vessels. And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace.
All right. So when I brought up the audio there, some people were suggesting that there's an Iranian mothership off the coast of New Jersey, and the drones are launching from the mothership. And apparently it's just not the case.
Does Iran even have a ship that would make it to the United States?
You know what? Yeah. They could. And there was, my God, did I just hear like that was a,
No, you heard an inhale.
what was that?
Thank you, Fester.
You heard an inhale.
God, that was,
You
Oh,
heard.
you heard that.
oh,
my
no,
gosh.
that's awful sounding.
Listen,
That's-
listen.
Oh, God, that is
Oh, wow.
awful.
Oh, hold on.
Don't get me sick before I
Hold-
head
hold
out
on.
for
No,
Christmas
listen,
break.
Hold on
You'll
now.
be fine.
You remember my death rattle earlier in the week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to Roxanne's death rattle.
go ahead. Oh, God.
Do it again.
Ugh.
See?
Oh,
Luke,
God,
I'm your father.
Stop.
Wow, I'm getting choked
Oh,
up just
my
looking
God,
at it.
that's awful. All right.
Beautiful.
Look at phones. Phones have lit up on UFOs and drones. I mean, listen to this. You have a U.S. representative from New Jersey. So a House of Representatives member by the name of Jeff Van Drew, Republican from New Jersey, claimed that highly reliable sources told him the drones could be coming from an Iranian mothership stationed offshore,
Oh, come on.
a claim the Pentagon quickly denied.
How's this guy a congressman?
I don't know. Listen.
A very reliable source told me it's the Iranians.
Oh, and he also released satellite imagery from an Iranian port showing a purported drone mothership setting sail around November 12th, just days before the reports began in New Jersey on November 18th. Which I don't think that the Iranian mothership could get over across the Atlantic that quickly, out of the Straits of Hormuz or whatever. Then I don't think they can get it that quickly. But anyway, it's certainly a weird story. Let me grab a couple calls here. Let me grab line number, let me go line 7 first and say hi to Steve in Spring Hill. Hey, Steve, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, what's going on, MJ?
Not much. What's up?
Hey, man. Well, listen, I got a buddy up in Jersey. I fly DJI Maverick 2, drones and stuff and whatnot. You
Yeah,
can add on
Julian
lights
used to
and
have
all.
one of the earlier ones, so I'm
My buddy
familiar.
does the same thing up there.
Yeah.
And he says, he's not, it's not aliens, none of that. It's definitely drones, but at the same time, these are larger drones. These are drones that are flying in airspace you're not supposed to be flying.
Yeah, I saw some of the nighttime video, and I thought I saw the outline of one of these drones that looked like a military-style drone. So, yeah, it's not your little drone that the guy's out in the park and, he's landing it on his hand,
Right. And the question is, like, I don't understand why this is taking so long to be handled, because these drones are flying over even, they are over unrestricted airspace. For a little time, it doesn't matter, but for this to be a huge thing and not have action taken, it's crazy. So,
yeah, why don't they send up a helicopter? And, come on, we don't have a way to surveil or get up there and see where these things are coming from, follow them somewhere. And I don't understand that. But also, what do you think about the suggestion that a lot of these things are actually like helicopters or other airplanes that people are like freaking out over?
Well, I've seen some of the video. I mean, even Fox News put something out there. I saw one, like, people are posting videos on TikTok, and I saw one of them, and one of it's clearly a commercial jet. But there are some out there that
landing at Newark.
Yeah, you got Newark around there. You got Teterboro. You got a lot of those airports in the surrounding area.
Yep.
But, like, my buddy took video, and I actually saw a video of it, and I'm like, well, this stuff is just floating around. They're just up there, and whoever it is, it could just be people with the media attention now that it's big.
Yeah.
People are putting their drones
Yeah,
up.
that's one of the suggestions, that people are just like having fun and copycatting.
Absolutely.
And, maybe you had some drones up there, but now people are freaking out and thinking that regular helicopters and planes are drones. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the call. Let me grab one more. Mike on the MJ Morning Show. Hello, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
What do you think?
All right, so I don't know. You can take this for what it's worth, but I live in Avon Park. I live out near the Avon Park bombing range.
Yep.
I ran into a guy who was a firefighter out there, and we got on the subject talking about drones. He said, you wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that they're doing with drones. He says he's actually watched them day after day take a drone that he was told was cost almost $1 million,
Yep.
and they fly it into the ground repeatedly, and they put it back together to see how many times, I guess, the durability of this drone. So if they're doing stuff like that, there's no telling what they're doing.
Yeah.
I see drones all the time, every day on my way to work. So, I mean, I think it's something that the government doesn't want anybody to know about.
Yeah, the military has no obligation.
Right,
to tell
and
us
they're
what
not going to
working on.
tell us.
Yeah.
If they're working on some secret stuff, then
Exactly.
they're not going to tell us. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, we're working on this secret project."
Right.
All right.
But now,
But you can take that for what it's worth. But I mean, it came from a guy that's seen the government doing stuff with these drones. So.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Out at the Avon bombing range.
Yep.
but with everybody
All right.
having a cell
All right,
phone
buddy.
now,
Thanks. Appreciate it.
people can instantly put their opinion out to the world, and millions of people get these conspiracy theories about Iranians or about terrorists or whatever.
I remember quickly here, I was driving to West Palm just years ago. It was like 15, 18 years ago. I was driving from Tampa over to West Palm, and I was on State Road 60 just before like Yeehaw Junction, and I saw these low-flying aircraft, which were like bombers. And they must have been like going low and get ready to drop bombs further south at Avon. So interesting. 6:33 MJ Morning Show. Morons in the news rolls next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Hey. It be 6:41 at the MJ Morning Show. Friday morning. Hello, everybody. MJ and the crew. 7:30, not far away, and that's when we'll give you the next Santa Sleigh List song title to listen for, and it'll play guaranteed sometime today. And if you're caller 7, you win $1,000. So the next song, The Revelation, comes at 7:30, a little over 45 minutes from right now. First, though, early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Never a shortage of these dummies.
Do we ever really do late morons in the news?
Yeah,
Why
sprinkle.
don't we just call it morons in the news?
Well, you know what? I don't know.
I mean, early morons.
Well,
in the
if you listen, sometimes I do just call it morons in the news,
Yeah.
and sometimes I say early morons in the news.
And it's early.
I'd be like,
We can do some mid-show morons in the news and some late-show morons in the news.
yeah, but early morons in the news. Well, when's the late?
I just feel like it's early in the morning.
I don't
hey,
know.
everybody.
I was
Early.
just thinking
That's why I say it.
Yeah.
It's not no rocket surgery there, but all right. So here's the deal. And people have always loved morons in the news. Like when they do like focus groups or any research on the show, people always bring up, "Oh man, I love morons in the news." So,
Because we like to feel better about ourselves.
well, I've always said that you listen to it's a self-help segment, and I've always positioned it as that you listen to these jackwagons. And whatever's going on in your life, it's got to be better than, for instance, this idiot down in Cape Coral, guy arrested. he pulled out a sword and a Molotov cocktail to try to make a point during a fight, during an argument with another resident down in Cape Coral.
Dude, you want to make a point during a fight, you pull out one of those Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, according to the Cape Coral Police Department, their cops, their officers, they showed up at a disturbance at the victim's home. Police met the homeowner, who told them that 36-year-old Luis Vargas Izquierdo had approached him on his driveway holding a glass bottle with a cloth wrapped around the top. That's a Molotov cocktail. Well, if you got like an accelerant, gasoline, or some type of flammable liquid in the bottle, and then you got the rag that's sticking out, and then you light it, you chuck it, man. Dude, listen, that's felonious, man.
I don't think you can use gasoline in a Molotov cocktail because the fumes are too flammable. I think you have to use something slightly more stable,
How do you know
like
about
a kerosene.
Why not we give out the recipe of a Molotov cocktail?
I don't want you to give out false information and say use gasoline.
I didn't say use gasoline.
You said you'd have to have an accelerant like gasoline. That's where I heard you say it.
Go to Google and type in
how to
make a Molotov cocktail.
You know what? I don't need the FBI coming to my door this afternoon.
Just type it in. We're under morning show idiot protection.
To make a Molotov
How to make a Molotov cocktail. I wonder if they block that information.
Actually, Wikipedia has a whole entry. Here.
How to make a Molotov cocktail, basic recipes.
This is like a site from Russia. Look at
Wait
that.
a minute.
Look at that.
A world-famous homemade weapon consists of 3 simple main components: a casing, fuel, and a wick.
Wow.
Well, click on it.
Which one? Second one?
Let's get a visit.
It's under your login, right, Fester?
It's Andrew's, actually.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Andrew.
Apparently, over the last few months, that has been the #1 searched thing in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Make a Molotov cocktail.
This is a Ukrainian website that you're on.
Yes.
And there's a picture of Ukrainians making Molotov cocktails to throw, I would imagine, at Russian tanks.
Bandera smoothies for Putin's friends.
Anyway,
wow, this is going down a dark road.
All right, so anyway, here's the deal on this story down at Cape Coral. The guy shows up. Luis Vargas Izquierdo, he shows up. He's holding the glass bottle with the cloth coming out of the top. Allegedly threatened to throw the bottle, which he claimed was a Molotov cocktail, at one of the vehicles in the driveway and then light it on fire. But that wasn't the end of it. Nope. The homeowner then said that Mr. Izquierdo took out a sword and was tapping it on the windshield of the vehicle. Yeah, the whole interaction was captured on Ring doorbell video.
Oh.
And then cops from Cape Coral then located Izquierdo. He was nearby. He asked him about the incident. Hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing? And he claimed that he went to the home to send a message regarding disrespect to a family member. They were able to confirm that Izquierdo had brought a glass bottle with a small amount of gasoline to the home. He was arrested and taken to the Lee County Jail, charged with violating Florida Statute 806.111. Stipulates that any person who possesses or manufactures a firebomb,
yeah, that's what this is,
with the intent to damage property commits a third-degree felony. So this is a third-degree felony this guy's all juiced up on.
Yeah, he is.
What a bozo. That's why we call it morons in the news.
This Ukrainian website actually gives a lot of details. I got to close it now.
I'm going to...
It's very...
Guess what, Fessy? You've already been tagged.
It's fine.
They already got you on there.
I was on their list already.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be on United Airlines shortly, and I do not plan to pin a United Airlines flight attendant against the door.
Yeah.
Hey, knock on wood.
I intend to be a very well-behaved air traveler, as I usually am. Well, you know what? Let me change that. As I always am. I'm always This is, again, bizarre. A guy from D.C. Had a bare-chested attack on a flight attendant Other passengers had to join in. Ketis Jakob Dam2. What the living hell? Ketis Jakob Dam2. A 38-year-old individual was on board a United Airlines flight from Houston to Newark when he allegedly threatened and assaulted a flight attendant, according to a news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office. You know, it's happened some time ago, but they just put out the news release. He was charged in federal court finally earlier this week. So it happened months ago, but they finally charged him with one count of interference with a flight crew, assault by intimidation, or assault and intimidation. And apparently he took off his shirt. So that's where the bare-chested attack comes from.
Okay.
He ripped off his shirt shortly before landing and then pushed his bare chest into the flight attendant, like, you know, doing like a chest bump.
I'm sorry, did you say it was a male or female flight attendant? I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know about the flight attendant.
You know, it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say. It's just flight attendant. Now, the perp is a guy.
Right.
He ripped his shirt off, and he's bare-chesting himself into the flight attendant.
Yeah, that'd be a big thing if it was a bare-chested woman.
And then pinned the flight attendant against the aircraft exit door and shouted all kinds of threats of violence. Officials also said that he punched an aircraft oven up in the galley.
Who wins that fight?
Yeah, the oven does. I don't think your knuckles and fingers feel really good after you punch a metal oven in an aircraft galley. So he continued threatening the flight crew. He allegedly followed her, so I guess it's a female flight attendant, allegedly followed her back into the back of the aircraft and then threw a cup of water on the flight attendant. Man, this guy's got just like a flight disruption smorgasbord going on here.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of everything.
If you're going to do it.
You got bare-chested bumping, pushing the flight attendant against the door, smashing the oven, throwing water on the flight attendant. It's a little bit of everything. So another flight attendant requested assistance on the public address system, and then other passengers sprung up to assist, and they grabbed Mr. Dam2, put him in flex cuffs, and put him in the last row of the plane until the flight landed safely in Newark. And so on Tuesday, Dam2 appeared in D.C. federal court. Oh, man, what's wrong with this guy?
United versus Dam2.
Yeah, faces a potential sentence of 20 years in federal prison and a maximum fine of $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah, U.S. Attorney Selinger credited special agents of the FBI under the direction of acting special agent in charge, Nelson I. Delgado in Newark, with the investigation leading to the charge. He also thanked the Port Authority Police Department.
Thank you, Port Authority Police
What
Department.
is like a whole list of credits?
Yeah, seriously, you're reading them all.
Let's roll the credits.
You're naming the special agent. I'm like, what the hell? What's this? This is really getting in the weeds.
Want to thank the Port Authority Police Department under the direction of Edward T. Setnar for his assistance. I mean, it's like the credits are rolling on this, this air rage passenger.
Who's doing all these thanks?
The U.S.
Delgado,
attorney.
the Delgado guy?
Yeah.
Maybe he should thank Paul Delgado for great weather reports in Tampa, Florida.
It's not spelled the same.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they're kin somewhere.
No. The U.S. attorney is Selinger.
Selinger.
And he was crediting special agents under the direction of the acting special agent in charge, Nelson I. Delgado, and of course, Paul is Paul Delgado. This is just Delgado.
Oh, they left out that little.
Yeah, so
Della.
it's not the same pronunciation nor the same spelling.
The special agent should thank you for reading the whole damn
Yeah,
thing.
damn credits list.
Somebody read it.
Who is the caterer? Who is the best boy in the key grip during this whole deal? Who is the transportation captain? Who was the Unit B cameraman? That's 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons of the news have concluded. We start the 7 o'clock hour next on a busy pre-vacation Friday here on the MJ Morning Show. on Q105. Hey, I got a great offer for you from. Would you like to hear about the mole circler? I don't think I've ever uttered those words
No.
in my over 40 years of broadcast history. Oh, man. The mole circler. Any idea what the mole circler might be? By the way, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. If you're just joining us, you know, you missed a whole previous hour of broadcast dumpster fire extravaganza-like material. All right?
Yeah, way to sell that first hour there.
No, I love the first hour.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I love referring things as dumpster fires is a good thing. I mean, usually dumpster fires are total disasters.
Well, not in our case. In our case, it's just any given day here on the MJ Morning Show.
So when you say mole circler, something very specific comes to my mind,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's what you're thinking.
Well, I'm picturing a body with moles.
Like a dermatologist.
Yeah, and someone's just taking a blue or a black pen and just circling them.
Oh, this got to go. This got to
Yeah.
go. This, you got to
Yep.
take a look at
We're gonna
this.
take a look at this
This
one.
could be precancerous.
We'll biopsy this. Yeah.
It's a pretty good guess. I saw that. I don't know where I saw this. This is from some website. I don't know how I stumbled across this. It must have been some aggregation thing, and I clicked on the link, and there were pictures, and this is great. The wife took a pen and circled all of the moles on her husband's back that she was concerned with before he went to his dermatologist's appointment. And then, this is great, the dermatologist then wrote notes back on the circles and sent the husband back home. Okay, this one's okay.
I thought I'd heard this story before. Like I could picture like a wife doing that to her husband, but I didn't hear about the writing the notes back. So this is a new thing. Yeah.
Oh, man. So I'm looking at the pictures here, and you got all the moles that are just as you imagine. I mean, listen, I guess I can show you on MJTV.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Yeah.
Guy's got a
Can
couple
you
of
say-
spots on his back.
Yeah. And then if you look, hold on, which is then, so this is the picture. The first one is the picture of the wife sending the husband with all the circled moles. And then the second picture is like the notes from the doctor. Okay. Oh, this is cancer. No, I'm kidding. No, you didn't write that. I thought it was funny.
This melanoma right here is probably going to get you.
Yeah. Oh, man. I just got a little chuckle at that.
Little controlling wife.
All right, this is a little dated. This is a little old just by a couple of days because which international superstar just concluded her 2-year tour of her tour in Vancouver last Sunday?
Joan Jett.
Yeah. Oh, 100% right.
Oh, good one.
How'd you know that?
Yeah, now you got
Absolutely. Yeah,
international
that
stuff.
is 100% right.
No, of course. It was
Yeah.
it was Taylor Smith.
No, I like Joan Jett better. Yeah. Yeah.
I just said Taylor Smith. I'm sorry. Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
Yeah, did you say Taylor Smith?
I said Taylor
Are you
Smith.
serious?
I did. I
Oh, I
did.
didn't even hear that.
Taylor Swift.
I must have been too listening to my ding machine over here. All right, so yeah, this is a little dated, but not by too much. I just thought this was an interesting story. So the Reddit subgroup, the AITAH, and it's Am I the Ass Bleep? You know, the Am I the Bleep Hole? And the question was, am I the bleep hole for selling my Taylor Swift tickets after my girlfriend cheated?
Mm.
And it was for the last show. It was for the Vancouver show. Her final show, bringing to a 2-year end to the Eras tour. A few months back, I, 27 male, won some money and decided to surprise my girlfriend, 25 female, with Taylor Swift tickets to her Vancouver show. She's been a massive Swiftie since forever, and I knew this would mean the world to her. I spent around $800 for 2 really good seats. Last week, I discovered she'd been secretly meeting up with her work friend for months. I found out because she accidentally left her Instagram DMs open on my laptop. She'd been using it to print something. And I saw weeks of flirty messages and plans to meet up. When I confronted her, she tried to deny it at first, but eventually admitted that they'd kissed several times and that they had several, I guess, emotional connections or like an emotional affair.
All right.
I was devastated. These tickets were meant to be a special experience for us, and I couldn't stomach the thought of taking her after this betrayal. Rather than let them go to waste, I decided to sell them. Given how insane the Taylor Swift ticket market is right now, I managed to sell them for $2,400, triple what I paid for them.
That's a pretty
Perfect.
Good.
Doesn't say whether this is a Canadian or because it was the concert was Vancouver, Canada, right?
Yeah, we have. Is there a
Yeah, what-
Vancouver, America?
No, there's a Vancouver, Washington. Yes.
Oh, okay, I don't know. I always thought
Yeah,
Vancouver,
Vancouver,
was in Canada.
Washington. No, you have Vancouver. That's the more well known, but you got Vancouver, Canada, and Vancouver, Washington. So I don't know, and a lot of people from Washington State, they'll just jump over the border to Vancouver. It's very, very common. kind of like people from like Buffalo just heading over to, Canada, over to Ontario. So I don't know if it's $2,400 Canadian, which equates to about $39 in U.S. money. But no. So he managed to triple the money. So they say, if the story's real, because you wonder if all of these "Am I the Bleep Hole" stories are real or fake. But when I found out, when she found out I sold the ticket, she completely lost it. She's been blowing up my phone, calling me petty and cruel, saying I ruined her dream, and the tickets were a gift. They belong to her. Her friends are also messaging me saying I'm an awful person for using the tickets to hurt her. Listen, if she cheated, then
who cares?
Screw it.
You can do whatever you want with them.
She doesn't sound like a great person either in this relationship.
I mean, that's my position.
I don't think that guy did anything wrong. You don't have to go.
If you discovered it, if the story's true, or if the scenario happens this way, and you discover your girlfriend is cheating on you, and you just spent hard-earned money or won money, whatever the deal is, to surprise her with tickets, then you find out that she's cheating, hell with it. Goodbye.
Yeah, just say, get that guy to take you.
Have a nice day. Yeah, get the work friend to take you to Taylor Swift.
Could he have sold them to the work friend for $2,400?
Exactly. Huh? Hey, I'll sell them to your work friend. You can get all kissy at the Taylor Swift concert.
I mean, he should have at least offered them, first right of refusal. Hey, I have this offer on these tickets, $2,400. They're yours. You guys can go. You can kissy the whole time.
And you know what the guy said to kind of rub it in even more?
What?
We're never, ever, ever getting back together. Isn't that a Taylor Swift song?
Yeah, it is.
Never, ever, ever getting back together.
For a guy who's not a big Swiftie fan, you sure can belt that one song
I
out.
know one song. I know one song. No, I know Shake It Off. Haters gonna hate. Is that the Shake It Off one?
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Haters gonna
hate. Yep.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Shake that bag with the pork chops inside. Shake and bake.
How did Shake and Bake not make a comeback with that song?
They should have.
The same way I think Domino's Pizza is going to license Hot to Go, my new favorite song right now. You haven't heard it, have you?
No.
Yeah.
Is that a country song?
No, it's
what? It's what?
It's a pop song.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's pretty catchy.
All right. Speaking of food, you brought up Domino's. This happens to be a Subway story. I don't know how the hell this happens. This guy says he cut his tongue on a knife that was left in his Subway sandwich.
Oh, ouch.
Can you imagine that?
Whoa.
Yeah, little video story going a little viral online. Yeah, this dude posted a video talking about his experience at a Subway sandwich shop. And I don't know which one it is because there are like 49,000 locations.
I just don't know what to believe anymore with people posting stuff online.
Can I make a confession?
Sure.
I'm a knife licker. Like if I, say I make a peanut butter sandwich and I'm done and I have the knife, I cannot stop myself from licking the knife. And I know it's dangerous.
Is that a butter knife or is that like a steak knife?
It's a butter knife.
You're a knife licker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a knife licker.
I'll lick your knife.
So this dude shows a video online, and there is a knife that was left in his Subway sub.
I gotta see this.
Says, I cut my tongue, and shows the viewers of his video a newly wrapped Subway sandwich, but next to the footlong is a small knife that apparently they use to stuff toppings into a sandwich. I don't understand. Do you know what he's talking about?
So I order enough subs to know.
Andrew, turn your mic on. Andrew, our producer, turn your microphone on.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said they usually hold everything down while they fold the bread around it.
With the knife?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe that's it. Yes, Fester.
I was going to say it with more energy. But exactly what Andrew said.
All right, fantastic.
I was going to say it more, emphatically.
Guy cut his tongue. Hey, speaking of cutting tongue, God, I hate when I do this.
Mm-hmm.
I was eating last night, probably like a slob.
Inhaling it.
I was eating last night, and I chomped down on the side of my tongue. You ever do that?
That's the worst.
Oh, in the back? It's the side tongue, like tooth chomper.
That's a tough spot to get to.
Oh man, and the minute you do it, it's like son of a, I don't even know what I was eating. I was eating chicken. I'd like to do usually it's almost every week, but yeah, maybe averaging once every other week. I buy the whole tray of chicken thighs and I bake them up in the oven with my special recipe. And I was just eating a chicken thigh, and somehow, just on one of the chops, my back molars just nailed the side of my tongue, and oh man, it's the worst. And I'm trying to as I'm talking now, I've got side tongue pain going on. And
not side boob, side tongue.
I got side tongue pain going on right now.
Oof.
That's a tough spot to bite.
Yeah.
You really have to be some kind of special moron to bite the back.
It
of your
is
tongue.
not a tough spot to bite.
No, that's probably the least frequent part of my tongue that I would bite.
Like right now, as I softly, I'm toothing the side of my tongue.
Yeah.
And I guess my tongue was shoved a little over to the left, and when I bit down, and then it has that painful, annoying feel, and it kind of feels like my tongue is a little swollen, and it's almost like it's a little harder to talk this morning.
Yeah, you sound like you have a big.
No, I don't.
You do. All
No,
morning.
I don't.
Roxanne and I have been looking at you
Yeah.
like,
No,
is
we've been
something with
kicking
this
each
guy?
other.
I don't think my diction is as clear
Your what?
today.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
Your
think
what?
I don't
That's personal business. You keep that to yourself.
I don't think my diction is as clear today because the tongue, which obviously is an essential part to forming words and speech. Ow! I just hurt my tongue. I'm talking and it's hurting.
if you hurt your tongue while you're on the radio, I bet you that's a workman's comp.
It's got to be.
What muscles do we really use around here?
It's a
Hurt your
workman's
jaw.
comp issue.
Yeah, I watch myself sometimes, occasionally on MJTV, and watch myself inhale food during the break, and it's embarrassing. But we have limited amount of time to eat. But the speed at which you eat can sometimes cause those injuries.
Or the stupidity that you eat with. People eat every day. Nobody's chomping on their tongue except for this guy. Oh, Michelle, I got to do a 4-hour show tomorrow. My tongue's swollen the size of a football. All right, I'm done.
I was sending a text thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now Julian's texting me.
All right, how's he doing?
Well, he gets on a flight too, and then we meet later today. So he's getting on a flight from New York to Denver. We're getting on a flight from Tampa to Denver, and we both arrive within 5 minutes of each other. So
All right, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Well, if things go according to plan.
And he's delayed on his tarmac for 3 hours.
Don't say tarmac.
Oh, sorry.
The ramp.
The ramp, yeah.
Ooh.
Have you not learned anything?
No.
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Learned nothing.
What's the matter with you? Come
Heavens forbid.
on. Oh, man. So I got to go through the whole show today with just this side tongue pain.
Ugh.
Would you like for me to massage it during
You know
the
what?
commercial break?
Side boob is a whole lot more appealing than side
Yeah.
tongue
Well, here, let me show you some.
pain. 7:17 at the MJ Morning Show. We are 13 minutes away from your shot at $1,000 by knowing the correct song. At 7:30, we'll reveal the next Santa Sleigh List song. Santa's got a playlist that he jams to while he's tooling around on the sleigh, and it's not a playlist, it's a sleigh list. He's got some kooky music going on, and we'll announce the next song. And when you hear that song played, guaranteed sometime today here on 104.7 FM Q105, if you're caller 7, you win $1,000. So first step is listen in just a few minutes at 7:30. What's the song you're listening for? Then you listen to Q105 and wait for the song to play. Then be caller 7, win $1,000. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Hey, I've got a dilemma. There is somebody that I know that just riddles me with whacked texts. And I know what's causing it. And I think I'm done. I think I'm over it. And there's a particular situation that's occurring that's prompting these just nutball, nut job, whacked out texts. So I want to run it by everyone here in the room, in the studio, and I want to run it by the listening audience and maybe get some thoughts on what I ought to do. But there's a definite condition. I'm going to label this, and that's coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. And pretty loaded hour and 20 minutes. Nonstop MJ runs next here on Q105, 104.7 FM. So stand by. The MJ Morning Show, and in fact, this particular warning affects somebody in my family who I feel compelled to warn as soon as possible. This individual was sleeping last night when I stumbled upon this, so I didn't wake them up. So this would be the first opportunity that I have to warn one of my family members about something very dangerous, and this is going to affect many of you. Many of you listening right now probably need to heed this warning as well and be very, very careful. It is 7:28 at the MJ Morning Show, so we're only a couple of minutes away from revealing the next Santa Sleigh List song, and you could win $1,000 later today here on Q105. So hang on, I'll give you the song title in a minute. Got to make a call first. Got a family member that I have to warn immediately.
Is this life and death?
Could be.
I feel like it's travel related.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah, it might be travel related.
Hey, Andrew, where's my Kill Bill warning siren?
Hi, this is Chloe. Sorry I couldn't get to the phone right now.
What do you mean you can't get to the phone right now? It's 7:28. You're leaving for work, so what do you mean you can't get to the...
He's a very important person, you know.
As a woman, when you're getting ready to walk out the door, that's like the most critical time. It's really...
Oh, so I'm calling her at the worst possible time?
Yes.
This is urgent. This is more important
Hello?
than... Chloe?
Yes.
Why do you sound frantic?
I'm literally getting in the car with my friend to go volunteer.
Okay, all right. Oh, today's a Chloe volunteer day. All right, well, are you in the car?
Yes.
All right, well, I need to warn you about something.
Okay, yes.
All right,
Go ahead.
can you describe everything you're carrying right now?
A purse.
Okay?
My house key.
Yep.
My wallet.
Yep.
Sunglasses.
Yep.
Lipstick.
Yep.
Lip gloss.
What else are you carrying?
Oh, phone?
Nope. What else?
That's it.
I always see you carry this thing. It's like attached to your freaking arm.
Oh, my Stanley Cup?
Yes.
I'm with my friend. She has one with her, so I guess that counts.
Oh, you don't have
Yeah,
your you don't have your Stanley Cup today?
No, I didn't bring it today.
All right. Well, your friend has one in the. What is it with these Generation Zers and these Stanley damn cups?
I love mine. I have a bunch of them.
Oh, that's right. You're holding. Is that an actual one?
No,
Or is that a
this
knockoff?
This is called the Fanley.
That's a knockoff.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
You don't have a Stanley Cup. You got a
$50.
You got a cheap ass knot. Yeah, isn't that great? They brainwashed all these people to buy a $50 cup.
Yeah,
isn't that?
So, I think I bought this one for like 11. It's
Right.
perfect.
But Dad,
Yes,
Dad, here's the thing, though. Mine keeps ice in it for over 24 hours, and I love that. I'm the kind of person that only will drink water if it's ice cold, and that's why I carry my Stanley around with me all the time.
Chloe,
it keeps the ice in there.
Do you live in a desert? Do you not have access to new ice?
I guess we do, but I work and so I bring my Stanley, and the water stays cold all day.
Yeah.
And then even I'll take it home, and I'll put it by my bedside.
This is not a commercial for the. This is a warning. I have a warning.
Oh, is it the lead?
What?
Is it the lead?
Lead. Oh, the silly lead.
No. This is
Is there
nothing.
lead in it?
There's
Ew.
nothing to do with. I think I saw something else about lead. Yeah, I think I saw something else. No. A Stanley Cup warning. I saw this last night, Chloe. I was going to wake you up. I thought this was so important. I was going to rip you out of a slumber last night, out of your REM sleep. Stanley has recalled 2.6 million mugs.
Oh, wow.
Because of burn injuries. Apparently, dozens of people have reported getting burned with hot liquid inside because of faulty lids.
Well, good thing I don't have a mug.
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on. Wait a second.
I guess like coffee mugs don't have handles on them. Like these tumblers.
The tumblers, you have a
Hey,
good grip.
Hang on a minute. I don't know. Listen, Stanley.
They make all kinds of liquid holding products.
Stanley is recalling 2.6 million mugs due to dozens of people suffering from burn injuries caused by a defective lid. The federal government announced yesterday that Stanley was recalling 2.6 million of its 12 and 16 ounce switchback and trigger action travel mugs. All right, so that's different than that monstrosity that looks like a giant club that you hold? Chloe?
Oh, sorry. Yeah?
Were you checking out on me?
I was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah, neither were we.
I don't carry a hot liquid in my Stanley, so does this not pertain to me then?
Yeah, all of the mugs were manufactured in China. The recall was ordered after it was determined that the mug's lid threads have the potential to shrink when exposed to heat and torque, which can then cause the lid to detach during use, posing a burn hazard, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission.
So here's the deal with that, MJ.
Yeah.
If you go to, Circle K and you get a cup of coffee, the cup keeps it warm, but it cools down in the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If you put coffee in a Stanley cup
Or any insulated mug for that matter.
it stays molten lava temperature for 2 hours,
By
3
the way,
hours.
the mugs that they're talking about, so it's not the big, tall Stanley cup with the handle, I guess. So it's this mug. What did I say? It's the swashbuckler? Or no, the switchback.
Switchback.
I like the swashbuckler mug better.
Arr, matey.
It's the 12 and 16 ounce switchback trigger action travel mug, or 12 and 16 ounce switchback and the trigger action travel mug. And these things were sold between June of 2016 and just like last week.
Really?
Holy crap.
Hey, Chloe, do you still have a friend that plays soccer in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chloe's friend plays on Inter Miami.
Okay, I have to send you. Stanley Cup has the new messy goat pink Stanley.
Oh, I'll have to get that one now. Thank you, Fester.
Oh,
It's
geez,
only
stop.
it's only $55.
Oh, my God. Why do you have to encourage this? How many Stanley Cups do you have now anyway?
I only have 3, and you and Mom recently complimented, like, all my colors.
I only have 3.
What colors do you have?
I have a light pink, which I initially got at first just to try out the Stanley. And that's already like a year and a half old. It was before the trend really
Hold
started.
on, wait. Didn't you show me a mug where all the paint is chipping off of it?
Is that the pink one?
No.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You didn't show me a mug where all the paint was chipping off?
I did not show you. That must have been Mom or someone else.
Somebody recently showed me a Stanley Cup where the paint was all chipping off the bottom.
What, they drop it down a rock bed or something?
All right. Anyway, Chloe, I just wanted to make you aware of the Stanley Cup mug recall because the tops might come off and burn your junk. All right, sweetie.
Okay. And I also have an olive green, like an army green, and like a pastel yellow.
Hold
Oh,
on.
wow.
Chloe, you
So
said
pretty.
you're volunteering today. What are you doing?
Oh, so my friend Emily and we are going to Graham Elementary School. Our office partnered, the state attorney's office partnered with Graham Elementary School, and we basically got the whole entire office to donate gifts to 170 kids at their school, and it's super exciting. One of the judges, actually, I don't know if this is safe for children, so never mind. I will keep that to myself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. Intriguing.
No, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I just didn't want to, spoil anything. But it'll be super exciting.
Gotcha.
And all the kids are going to see the gifts.
Well, this is nice.
The gifts and open the gifts.
Chloe, my daughter, along with the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office, run by Susie Lopez, they're doing a volunteer and they're helping out a bunch of kids at this elementary school. What school is it again?
It's called Graham Elementary School, and it's just a little bit north of my office. It's probably like a 5-minute, 10-minute drive from my office.
That's nice. That's
It's really
sweet.
not horrible.
All right, have a nice.
Yeah, Emily and I are in the Dunkin' drive-thru right now, and then we're headed there.
All right, well, don't put the hot coffee in your Stanley mug.
Yeah.
Burn your bits off. All right, I'll talk to you later. Happy Volunteer Day.
Thank you. All right, bye, everyone.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm running a little late here on the. I apologize, running a few minutes late.
Everybody's very upset.
Here's the song. This is the Santa Sleigh List song for today. I'm going to give you the title. When you hear the song, be the 7th caller and win $1,000. Sometime today, you will hear. Dun, 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 boom, boom, boom.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
That is
There it
100% right. Yep.
Okay. Well, now we know Santa just is twisted.
Yeah. Because it's his sleigh that's
Yeah.
going to run over Grandma. All right, so you're listening for Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. When you hear it, be caller 7-800-990-1047 and win $1,000 with the Santa Sleigh List. Not the playlist, the Sleigh List. Here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Who wants to hear about a sandwich that is? You just made a face.
He just went to. It was a heavenly face.
Was that
right?
was that a
Sandwich.
heavenly
Yes.
face?
I closed my eyes and went to that special place. I don't know if I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but I let out a sensuous moan as well when you said who wants to think about a sandwich. I went, that's my sensuous moan.
Right.
Oh,
Let-
okay.
let me finish my sentence.
Yes.
Who wants to hear about the perfect sandwich for a hangover? So you get polluted.
Now you've got my attention.
You get drunk off your ass. You are completely hammered. There apparently is a sandwich that can help you recuperate, to help your body, your brain. There is a certain type of sandwich you can build to assist, and they call it the hangover sandwich.
You build it so big that you choke on it and throw up, and you feel better after that.
Nope, it's just you eat the sandwich, and the ingredients will assist you with certain items, and I guess it's scientifically proven.
Let me guess.
If you
The
take
bread is pickles.
No.
No?
If you take all of the elements and you add them up, each has a benefit to assisting you recover from the hangover.
So it's a special recipe.
It is.
All right.
So what it is, it's a bacon, egg, and avocado sandwich.
I'll eat that even if I'm not hungover.
Bacon, egg, and avocado sandwich, but also there's a special twist on the bread. So you want to have one slice of the bread should be whole wheat. The second slice should be white. So top or bottom doesn't matter. So one slice is whole wheat. The other one is white bread.
Why?
And it has to do with blood sugar levels. And the whole wheat does something, but the white bread brings up your sugar levels. Now the wheat bread is healthier, but the white bread apparently makes it go down easier, but also assists, I guess, with sugar levels. All right, then you have the bacon, and
put some salt into your system.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you put some salt into the system.
The avocados put some healthy fat in your system.
Sodium is one of the main electrolytes.
Okay,
so you got the bread. Now you've got the bacon. So you got the electrolytes going on.
Why can't I just put some salt on a Pop-Tart? I mean, that's what it sounds like so far.
The eggs are full of nutrients.
Yeah, protein.
And so you're doing that. You got you got vitamin A. You got vitamin D. You got vitamin B12.
And sometimes you need like some greasy food to get over a hangover. What kind of binge drinker tested this?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times did they go out and get just blitzed? All right, let me add some avocado
What
now.
kind of alcoholic was like, you know what, the perfect ratio is one slice whole wheat, one slice white.
And then the avocado is an energy-boosting, healthy fat.
Okay.
So you add it all together, and this is your perfect hangover, healthy sandwich. It's the bacon, egg, avocado sandwich on one slice whole wheat and the other slice white bread.
I have to say, I don't know that I would be mad at this for breakfast any day of the week.
Same.
Yeah. I mean,
this looks healthy every day. Why is it just healthy after a hangover?
Hey, speaking of food, this is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. But if you do this to somebody, man, that sucks. I could easily be a vegetarian. I don't think I could be a vegan.
Okay.
But I could easily be a vegetarian. All right? So a vegan means no animal products, right? That's what a vegan is. But listen,
sure.
This is a vegetarian story. This is terrible. A big fight erupted in a family because the family snuck meat into the food of one of the relatives who's a vegetarian. You know, to say, oh, let's get her to eat meat. And they did, and they snuck it in. That's awful. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not right.
No, this was one of those Reddit posts I was reading, you know, the am I the bleep hole?
Yeah.
And like, are we the bleep hole for, sneaking in meat into one of our relatives' foods? Yes. Yes, you are.
That's the funny thing about that Reddit thread about people asking if they're the bleep hole. If you have to ask, you are.
I have a twist on this little argue the bleep hole. I have a friend who is a carnivore, and then the other friend is a vegan. And not only is that friend a vegan, but the dog is a vegan as well. And the carnivore,
the dog's a vegan.
The carnivore says,
did the dog make that choice?
Exactly. So that's the carnivore's argument.
What do you say? I want to be a vegan.
So my carnivore friend said, you better not bring that dog around me because I'm going to feed your dog meat.
Yeah.
Because that's why they have those canine teeth.
And trust me, that vegan dog will scarf up a piece of meat like there's no tomorrow. That dog probably is craving meat, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, but this is terrible. If you've got a family member that's been a vegetarian for years, in this case since like high school, and now an adult, and then you sneak meat in, that's deserving of a throat punch.
How they sneak meat in? That's a tough thing to sneak into. You either know if it's a meat dish or not.
Then the whole family was laughing.
Oh, that's mean.
They had a game.
That's not right.
So apparently this happened on multiple occasions, and they had a game to see how they could sneak meat in on me. That's awful. So
Meat sneakers.
I would imagine just a variety of different ways, where they would try to disguise certain items or slip meat into certain vegetable dishes, maybe.
That's the thing is vegan dishes are trying to disguise non-meat items as meat. Like, here, try this vegan hamburger.
Yeah.
Try this. So they're doing the opposite, but they're not springing it on anyone.
Plant-based.
These people, yeah.
No, the burger is plant-based.
Right.
Eat it. What do you think?
Wasn't there a story recently like the Impossible Burger was not healthy for you or something?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Fester,
Yeah.
go to Google. I don't want to misstate anything because I like to be extremely factual here on the MJ Morning Show. But go to Google and just type in Impossible Burger not healthy.
I guess according to the AI review, it says the Impossible Burger is high in saturated fat and sodium and is considered an ultra-processed food.
There you go. We're supposed to avoid ultra-processed foods.
That's kind of like from the Department of Duh. I mean, you take a couple of plants and you produce a burger out of it. Yeah, it's processed.
I just clicked on news, so I used the search terms that Fester typed in, Impossible Burger not healthy, and then I clicked on the news tab, and some stories just came up. This is from the Daily Mail. Vegan Impossible Burgers increase risk of diabetes and heart problems. New study finds you're better off with real meat. That's a Daily Mail headline from last April.
Yeah, who paid for this? Like the Texas Cattle Company or something?
Anyway, it is 7:46 here at the MJ Morning Show. Thank you for listening to the MJ Morning Show. The best morning show entertainment clearly anywhere to be found. Spread the word. Tell your friends, your coworkers, your relatives, whomever, strangers, that you listen to the MJ Morning Show and that we're on 104.7 FM every morning, Q105. But also, when you tell someone to listen to us and you say Q105, also tell them that Q105, though, is at 104.7 FM. Because I don't want them to think that boring-ass slop fest, on 105 is us, because it's not.
It's really a tedious conversation to tell friends about this show. Oh, I listened to the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Right.
Oh, really? Yeah, but it's not Q105. It's 104.7.
104.7 FM.
You said it's Q105. No,
All right.
it's 104.7.
I got to get into this tipping story. I mean, this is just out of control. I got a couple of things, and you know what? It rains, it pours. You have one issue that has to do with tipping, and then you for whatever reason, you find a couple of additional ones as well. And the first one that I wanted to bring, and then we're going to get into a texting problem. I've got an acquaintance, someone I know, that just has a real freaking problem that I'm just going to confront this head on in just a matter of moments. So stand by. So the first story regarding tipping is that some are suggesting that you tip the Amazon delivery driver. And some are saying that you need to tip your driver if you order around the holidays. What? So, wait a minute. You should give the. Let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you
go
right
broke
now.
if I tip my Amazon driver.
Let me tell you right now. That I don't think I've ever seen the same Amazon driver twice.
That too.
I mean,
no, I've had the same ones come to the house a couple times. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen the same. I'll tell you right now, I have not. Whenever I've been outside or ever I've seen the Amazon driver stop at my house or in the neighborhood, I have never, ever seen the same Amazon driver twice. But someone's making a big deal. Oh, yeah, tip your Amazon driver. Listen, if you want to tip your UPS driver or your FedEx driver, because it's the same man or woman every single time for the most part, then have at it. Go ahead and tip them. But the Amazon driver, who you'll never see again in all likelihood, I'm sorry. I mean, if you're tipping, then that negates your Amazon Prime. I tell you what, well, Jeff Bezos, didn't they in the last year or so, they raised the price of Amazon Prime. Hey, how about Bezos? How about Jeff Bezos and Amazon? Maybe they give the Amazon drivers a little more money. How about that? So, yeah, I don't know. Do All right, Fester, do you feel like you need to tip the Amazon driver around the holidays?
You know what? I find that I'm tipping less and less people.
Yeah.
But the more they ask, the less I've been tipping. Waiters and waitresses are one thing. Aside from that, I mean, that's it. Maybe if I got a haircut from you, that's about it.
Mm. Oh, wait a sec. I'm told we have an Amazon driver on line 4.
Okay.
Hi, good morning, Amazon driver. What is your name?
Hello?
Yeah, are you an Amazon driver?
No, I'm not an Amazon driver.
Hold on a sec.
What's what we?
Andrew, what are you?
I'm not an Amazon driver.
Hold on.
I
Wait a sec. Andrew told me that you're an Amazon driver, so he must. I guess you want to weigh in on this.
Yeah. So someone on Facebook put this thing about tip your Amazon driver.
Right.
So I went to my app and checked it out, and it really works. So at sometimes, and I think Amazon does it occasionally, if you get on at the right time, it'll say show your appreciation to your Amazon driver. So I clicked it, and it said if you want to show your appreciation, $5 will be paid to your Amazon driver at no cost to you. So it doesn't go, you don't have to pay for it. It doesn't come out of your account. But I guess Amazon will tip the Amazon driver itself, and they do it occasionally during the holiday time.
All right, so wait, if it doesn't come out of your pocket, then why the hell wouldn't you do that?
I've heard that before, Beth. Yeah, I've heard that.
Hold on, why don't they just tip the drivers automatically? So you have to initiate the tip that Amazon will give the driver, and you don't actually pay for it. They do?
Yes.
But you got to initiate it.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Well, that kind of sucks. It ought to just be automatic. If you're working for Amazon, you're delivering all kinds of stuff, and you're all jammed up and it's busier during the holidays, just automatically tip the driver. As long as they're not like a reckless driver and, they're not like a predator of some sort, just to go ahead and...
You don't know this. You don't get to interview them. You don't really have words with them. They just drop stuff off and they leave.
All right. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate the phone call.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Right. I don't know how the hell Andrew...
Andrew, did you think she was a driver?
Andrew, pick up the put the phone down, pick up the microphone.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe he didn't think that. It's just the way it was relayed, or she has information about drivers.
All right.
But thanks for calling in, Beth.
All right. Oh, we do have an Amazon driver now.
Are we sure?
Norma is an Amazon driver.
Oh, I don't know.
Norma, where are you calling from?
Plant City.
All right. So you drive Amazon, and what do you think about people being told to tip your Amazon driver?
I think it's great for the holidays. I mean, that's what Amazon wants you to do. You want to get appreciated for what you do, and it's only for the month of December.
Oh, so don't tip in April, May, June, January, February, March, and September, and October.
No, it's only for December.
Only December. So, Norma, how often do you get tipped as an Amazon driver?
Usually every day, but only one person does it. You only get one tip.
Wow, and what kind of tip we talking about?
$5. That's it.
Oh, $5. All right, well, what about the fact that most people don't actually see the Amazon driver? The package is just left.
Oh, they see you. They see you through their cameras and all that because I have a lot of compliments.
All right.
I get a lot of compliments that I respect their area, like their driveway, their packages.
So you don't drive so what you're telling me is you don't drive your Amazon van over their shrubs.
Nope. I don't drive a van. I drive my own personal car.
Oh, you're one of the personal car Amazon drivers where you're like trying to figure out who the hell's this creep pulling up to my house in this Nissan Altima.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
You
too. Look at that.
I almost had an altercation because of that one time, dude.
Oh, I bet.
Because it's like you don't know who's coming to your house.
A guy came barreling down my block in a bona fide jalopy.
Yeah, and they're always like speeding.
He's racing and he locks up his brakes in front of my house. And he gets out and he starts running to my door.
Like that?
I'm in the front room, and
what do you think, you're about to be assassinated?
I went to my secure spot,
right?
And
you went to the panic room?
I went to the
Went to the panic room.
I went to the little box that you have to press 4 buttons.
I'm Jodie Foster. Let me go to the panic room.
I told everybody to the back of the house, and I'm pointing at the front door.
Got the shotgun. Let some shots out.
I had a pistol pointed at the front door.
Was somebody after you at the time?
I had no idea. I think somebody's after me all the time. Okay, and I'm like, holy crap! Because this guy came in a total jalopy, and then it's gone, and I'm like, okay, there's no problem. I'm walking around the house. I'm telling everybody to be quiet. My wife's like, oh, I ordered pillows from Walmart. And that's like the Walmart delivery guy.
It's just,
And then there's like a package, like a throw pillow. I was like,
I've had Walmart show up. I remember early Amazon, there was something called Laser Ship. Remember that?
Yeah.
Laser Ship.
Yeah, it was, the name of the company was Laser Ship. And sometimes they even had like some kind of janky magnet that they just stuck on the side of their car. Remember those?
Yes.
It was like Laser Ship. And I remember that I ordered some stuff to the old radio station on Gandy when we worked there. This is like, 2010, 2011, whatever. And I just remember like stuff showing up, and some guy would drive up in like a busted ass Buick that was like 20 years old, like rusted and dented and smashed. And,
that's the guy's car. And I'm not trying to be mean toward the guy.
Cracked windshield.
But I wasn't expecting that.
Dragging a muffler.
Yeah.
And then they get out of the car, and it's got Laser Ship on the side. It looks like just a pile of junk just drove up, and then they get out with your package.
Here's your package, sir.
On the drivers that use their own vehicles, and I've seen that before. We've had some drivers, but all the cars they tend to drive up in, their own cars tend to be nice cars. But I wonder if they have a requirement that you can't do delivery in your own car if it looks like a dumpster fire on wheels.
I honestly don't think they care. They just want the products delivered.
Anyway.
You can do it on a fast horse if you had one.
All right, you ready? I got additional tipping issues here. Actually, I think the stories get actually better. Obviously, we've talked about guilt. Oh, hang on. More calls? Look at the phones have blown up here. All right, fine. Hang on before I move on. Mike is in Newport Richie. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Guys, you're the best in the world. Real quick, two things.
Hold on. What'd you say?
Yeah, you guys are the best in the world.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you say that a little more clearly?
You are the best morning show in the world.
Well, thank you very much.
Hey, real quick, two things on tips. One, tip your garbage man. Hell, I gave a guy $5, a couple $2 bills. He took away a couch for me, okay? And then go back to Amazon just real quick.
Yeah.
It's a 6-question survey, right? Click. If you only do 5, he doesn't get anything, so... But I'm glad you're touching base on this. People learn from your show, So have a great weekend.
All right, because you said what about our show?
It's the best in America.
Thank you.
Hold on.
The world. We were the world just a minute ago.
He's gone.
Some pretty good morning shows over in Afghanistan.
Holly, Taliban FM.
Yes, really.
Yeah. Holly in St. Petersburg. Hi, Holly. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Good.
What's up?
So I'm a former Amazon delivery driver, but yes, the tipping...
Why former? Would you come in hot on someone's driveway and crash into their car?
Temporary job when I first moved down here.
Oh, okay.
So
A
now
lot of seasonal drivers
I got you.
also.
All right.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't come out of your pocket. It's just a little bonus, and they're working longer hours delivering bigger packages, and usually more stops on your route. So it's just a nice little way to say thank you.
Yeah, but
and I did typically, I had the same route pretty much every day, all 5 days I worked, and I got to know a lot of my presidents. So
That's nice.
it's just a nice little way. It was a nice little bonus that they've added on, and kind of gives your driver a little more incentive to, do their best. And
Holly, what do you do now?
I actually work for my design. I have a design background, so I'm working at a tile and stone company now.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Holly, would you do me a little favor?
Yes.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
It's the
best time of the year. Holly,
absolutely.
Have a great day, Holly.
You too.
All right, one more. Ian in Apollo Beach. Ian, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, I don't mind the tipping on the drivers and stuff like that, but I don't mean to go right turn on you, but the tipping's just out of control. I had a tire salesman manager when I bought some tires asked me if I wanted to tip the guys that put on the tires, and it's just driving me nuts.
Yeah, yeah, kind of included in the $200 installation fee, you know?
Yeah,
it's
$1,500 in tires. How about you tip them?
All right. Yeah, thank you, Ian. Appreciate it. Have a great day. I don't have a Christmas song for Ian. No, there's there's nothing that even works.
On the first.
Yeah, but listen, the whole guilt tipping thing, we've talked about this many times. We've talked about this for years. I do not get guilt tipped. And for instance, this is a great story.
Oh.
So where was I? The two South Tampa sandwich shops that we've mentioned numerous times on the show. You've got Mickey's Subs.
Yes.
Down on Southwest Shore in the Duck Weed Market.
Right.
Remember, Mickey Subs was named the best cheap eats in America by USA Today.
That's cool.
Not long ago. And then you also have Burroughs.
On Henderson.
Yeah. So Burroughs is
Barrows.
I'm sorry.
Barrows.
I apologize. You're correct. Thank you. Barrows.
Our friend Wes owns that place.
Yeah. So you've got, why did I say Burroughs?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
you've got Barrows Sandwich Shop on Henderson, and yeah, Wes owns the place. And I went in, it was a month ago or so, and I picked up an egg salad sandwich for Michelle. I think I got a turkey, and he's adding it up and typing in the information on the thing, and then he whips the screen around, and then he says, "All right, I'm going to skip the tip screen. I know you don't like." And he because he listens to the show, and he's like, I know that you don't tip on takeout. Yeah, 100% right. I am not going to get guilt tipped into anything.
MJ doesn't care if you are a listener. He comes to your restaurant. He's still not tipping you.
Hold on a minute. But he knew I wasn't going to tip, and he said, let me get rid of this ridiculous tip screen. And he just he blasted right by it. Because he knows that I'm not going to be guilted into tipping.
Boy, have I seen so many are resetting at that 25% is in the middle.
Oh,
20%
God.
is the first option.
Yeah, it's not 15, not 18.
No.
Now it's like 20, 25, 30,
Right.
35. I am not, there are certain things I will not tip on. If I'm at a restaurant, I'm sitting down, I have great service, absolutely going to tip. If I'm going to pick up and take out some food, I'm not tipping. Not tipping. All right, so the whole tipping thing and the guilt tipping clearly has had a big effect on consumer behavior. And then finally on the tipping thing, this I think is the might be the biggest tipping story of this little pod. This is nuts. Tipping at check-in at a hotel. Marriott Hotels has expanded tipping at the front desk. When you're checking in, some Marriotts are asking you, do you want to tip the desk clerk?
No, I want my room key.
What the hell? Now they're going to ask us to tip as we check into a hotel?
So picture this. The guy opens your door and valets your car. Tip for him. There's the bellhop. He's going to grab your suitcase. Tip for him. New guy shows up at your door in your room when you're in your hotel room. It's a different guy than the guy you handed your luggage to. There are 3 tips right there that you have to be prepared for. Now you're telling me you have to be prepared for the 4th at the desk?
It's ridiculous. Come on. Tipping the desk clerk as you're checking in? That is preposterous.
Everybody's going to ask because there's no negative to it. I mean, all you going to say no? I'm expecting you to say no. But the 5% of people who say yes could break in a couple extra $100 a week for the staff.
I saw that Marriott Hotels is expanding their tipping at the front desk. What the? I mean, no. No. I mean, where is this nightmare going to stop?
Never going to stop.
Unbelievable. Hey, and I heard, speaking of hotels, I just thought of this. And I was going to mention this at some point, but it's I didn't know I was going to do it right now. But I'm going to do this right now. I had someone tell me that they checked out of the hotel at 6 a.m. on the day of departure. So they check out of a hotel at 6 a.m. and they were hit with an early checkout fee.
What?
Yeah, exactly. What?
How did they even know? Like, how did they even know they left at 6 a.m.?
And the story was, hey, I'm checking out at 6 a.m. because I got to go catch a flight at the airport. And again, this was not like early checkout by a day.
It's nonsensical.
This is not like you're leaving a day early or 2 days early. No, this is you're leaving the hotel on your normal date of departure. Checkout time by 11 a.m., checkout time by 12 noon. This person checked out at 6 a.m. and was hit with an early checkout fee. And they said to the desk clerk, "What are you talking about? Early checkout fee?" And said, "I'm not paying this." And the desk clerk said, "Okay, I'll waive it this time." Early check at what point? What, before 6:30? Before 7 a.m.? I mean, I know that hotels have tried to come up with everything to try to nail us and bash us with extra fees. The whole resort fee thing. Yeah. Oh, we've got towels at the pool, or we got an exercise room, or oh, this entitles you to use the pool. Guess what? Like 2 years ago, I was able to use the pool with no resort freaking fee.
Free to use the pool.
I was ever able to get a towel at the pool with no extra fee. Yeah, the whole resort fee crap is it's ridiculous. And I'm trying to think of some of the other fees, but hotels and motels, they've been adding all these fees. And there are other fees that these hotels are adding beside the resort fee that I know that I've heard of recently, and I can't remember them. And now an early checkout fee. Are you freaking kidding me?
I stayed at a Marriott property, nothing too fancy, but a nice hotel. But no, they didn't have doormen.
Yeah.
Or it was nicer than a Hampton Inn type property. And I self-parked in their lot that has always been there, and they said, "Hey, $25 a day for parking in our lot." And I'm like, what? I paid the money for the hotel, and the lot has always been free.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Now there's signs at every other spot. Download the app, pay here.
A couple of years ago, and we have stayed countless times, for instance, at the hotels along Tower Road off of Pena Boulevard, which is Denver International Airport. So, we've been going to, Vail, and we've been going there for over 25 years. So I think we stayed on Tower Road when there was one freaking hotel there. Now there are like 30. But you always could park free in the hotel parking lots. And then a couple of years ago, they started to charge you like $10 a day to park in one of those big, vast, open parking lots. And I'm like, no. So I'll just park right next to the hotel on the street. I mean, an additional 20 steps, and I'm not paying your parking fee. I mean, give me a break. No, but all these hotels, they're looking for ways to nickel and dime you. And there are other instances where they're hitting you with fees, and I can't remember some of I know there are some other ridiculous fees that I've seen or heard of, but I have never heard of an early checkout fee. Oh, you're checking out at 6 a.m.? Oh, that's going to incur an early checkout fee. Get out of town. You want to go to phones on this? All right, Andrew. All right, hang on a minute. Andrew's got a bunch of phone calls lined up. Let me grab Jake on line 6. Jake, you're on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM Q105.
Hey guys, this is Jake. I hope I don't get fired and they recognize, but.
Well, you don't have
disguise your voice.
Hey, you don't have to say exactly where you work.
Oh.
Well, it's a prominent hotel casino in Tampa. Let's say that. It's kind of narrowed down, but it is a practice that we charge the early checkout fee. When you check in, we tell you, make sure you bring your key to the desk, and that is a thing to make sure that we get the fee. That there's a chance that you're going to check out early. Right? It's enticed to us that the more we get, it's almost like a bonus program. But a tip is just leave your key in the room. Leave your key in the room and check out. Leave.
Okay,
that's
Jake,
like checking out.
I've got a question for you. What is the motive? I don't understand how that can be justified. Like, they're leaving the room earlier. That gives you an opportunity to get in there and get it ready, and thereby providing excellent service to another guest who might come and want early check-in.
Trust me, there is a group of us that are like, we don't see any of the big benefits like they may see, and like the bonus structure, it's like we're like we stay at hotels too, so we're like, hey, this is kind of like a ripoff.
All right, so Jake, are you worried about getting fired?
I don't really care about that job anyway.
Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, so wait a minute. So Jake, hold on, Jake. All right, Jake, hang on a second. So you're telling me that if somebody comes to the front desk early with the key and they want to check out, they'll get hit with an early checkout fee. But if you just leave the key in the room and just walk the hell out of there, or you just keep the key in your pocket and walk right past the front desk, you don't get hit with an early checkout fee?
Correct. Like, and here's another thing. I'll just say, at this particular hotel, if you do not leave the key, they'll charge you for the plastic key if you take it home in your pocket.
Oh, I never heard of that either. Anyway,
okay. So what's the cutoff, Jake? What's defined as an early checkout?
Well, they'll say anything before. If checkout is 11, they'll say anything 3 hours prior to checkout.
All right, so anything prior to 8 a.m. And Jake, let me tell you something quickly, Jake. I know the property you're talking about. I've never stayed there because I just haven't had a need to stay, just 12 miles from my house. But I do love one of the restaurants in there. I think it's one of the best in town for steaks. I'm talking about Council Oak.
Yeah, there's a lot of great places there.
Yeah, listen, I have a very, just so you know, that I have a very positive experience, background, and I've got a positive perception of the hotel that you are talking about, especially from a culinary standpoint, because I think that Council Oak is one of the best steak places in the state.
Well, why don't you try spending the night one time and then check out at 7 a.m. and see how you feel?
The other tip on it is like leaving it in your room, but also there is a box by the front desk that's a key drop. And you can leave that key. You can drop that key. You don't get charged for it. You can drop that key anytime you want.
And do they let me ask you another question, like Secrets of the Front Desk. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's a reality series, Secrets of the Front Desk. All right. So when someone drops a key in the box or just drops it on the counter and walks out, do you guys then scan it to see which room that key was for?
Oh, absolutely. That's how we know that you checked out.
All
but
right.
they don't know particularly when you put it there, so they can't charge you the early checkout fee.
Gotcha. All right, thanks, Jake. I appreciate it. And so what do you want to do with your next employment?
I'll probably end up working at McDonald's after this.
Thank you, Jake.
All right, listen, give me a call. I know the manager on Macintosh. I'll put in a good word for
McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
We've got other callers on the line. I am praying that one of them can explain to me the justification.
It's just a fee.
That's it.
It's
just
nonsensical.
Well,
I'm helping you.
That's why I'm doing the story.
But if you say anything, they'll waive it. But if you don't, then they collect it.
Anonymous in Tampa. Hello, Anonymous.
Hey, I think you need to hire Jake as part of your entertainment staff. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right, Jake, if you get Jake, if you get fired, get a hold of me after Christmas break, okay? All right, go ahead, Anonymous.
Hey, quickly about the tip thing. This is being missed. Amazon drivers, UPS guys, they deliver these little 1-pound boxes. What do you do, okay? I work for a local freight carrier, and Home Depot is one of our biggest accounts. I deliver, 4 pallets of tile, 4,000 pounds.
What, like ABF or something?
Yeah, exactly. We're one of their competitors. But
okay, all right.
So I delivered, 5,000 pounds of tile and put it in the person's garage exactly where they want it, and I don't get nothing. It's like, and the people at Havard, is you buy a $10,000 couch and you have it delivered, tip the guys $20. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people are cheap. I mean, every now and then somebody will give, us a tip. We're delivering big, gigantic things of freight.
Yeah, listen, I can see that. If someone's busting their butt, they're like taking a giant, sectional sofa into your house. Yeah, give them a couple of bucks. I agree with that.
But that's pretty much it. People miss that. But
Thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Michelle's ringing my texts off the hook here. Michelle wants me to recognize that she tips the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through person. Okay.
That's nice.
That's nice, yeah. I mean, you get a $2.50 cup of coffee and give them $1 or so. Makes their day, I guess. All right, so Michelle, that's a nice thing to do. Spending my money.
Real nice,
Thank you.
Meech.
All right. All right, one more call. Robin in Palm Harbor. I wonder if this is Dennis Phillips's wife. Robin, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, not Dennis's wife. Sorry.
All right, but you know that Dennis and Robin, they live in Palm Harbor.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and because listen, and it's no secret, he's got the massive Halloween display. He's got the massive right now it's the huge Dennis Phillips Christmas extravaganza in Palm. Just follow the glow in the sky to his house.
Indeed, follow the lights to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so my theory is this, and I'm just coming from a different perspective. I work in the service industry as a waiter, and what I've noticed is we have seasons here in Florida. Obviously, summer is our technically off season. I know most people would think we would make a ton of money in summer. It's actually our dead season as waiters. Winter and fall is our busy season with the snowbirds all being in town. What I have noticed is I make more money in off season than I do in season. People are tipping less. I don't use those electronic handhelds. Personally, we can choose to use them or not. I do not. I don't like to give people that automatic 18, 20, 25 option. They have some people will do that. I find that older guests have issues with that. So I usually just use paper. But I've noticed even over the last few months, the numbers have gone down quite a bit, where I could usually clear a certain amount of money, say $1,000 in a four shifts, which is great money, and that was in off-season summer. I'm not even making $600 right now in 4 shifts, and I can barely pay my bill.
Gee, sorry.
The inflation of cost of food, cost of services, and I think people are over-inundated with this over-tipping crap, like from the hotels and airlines.
So you think that maybe the over-tipping crap, as you put it, and I fully agree, I fully concur. So the push for everyone with their hands out, you think is maybe it's dipping into
hurting people in actual industry,
right? Where the
people
tipping is customary.
Depend on it.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, great call, Robin.
So
Thank you.
Just be kind to your people.
Have a good one. Thank you, Robin. And I don't think I give out the phone number. All of those calls were just people just phoned in on their own, which is something that I always recommend. You don't always have to wait for me to say, hey, we'll take calls on this, 800-990-1047. You can always just phone in. If you've got anything to add ever to any of our segments, any of the bits or the content, just phone us up, and we'll work you in if it makes sense. I got to move on here, and a little bit of a dilemma.
What's that?
Stone texting. Somebody I know, I don't want to mention any names, but someone I know just clearly, and I know that that they partake. I know that they're a big, marijuana smoker.
Well, this doesn't narrow it down because you have your text thread with all your stoners from your high school.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna throw the person under the bus, but maybe I will. But no, there's somebody that I know that whenever they get ripped, whenever they're totally blasted, they're stoned out of their mind, that they just rant and rave, and I get just this plethora, this flood, this waterfall of just angry. I mean, the emotions are all over the road. Sometimes it's crazy, funny stuff. Sometimes it's like an angry drunk. People when they get drunk, you got the happy drunk, you have the angry drunk, then you got people that, I don't know, the brain just decides which fork in the road to take on any particular day. But I've got an acquaintance, somebody I know, that is a stoned texter. And stone texting, it's out of control. And, I'll get these just like rips where it's like, my God, what are you saying? So how do I deal with a stone texter? Do I just block the number?
Well, what are they ripping?
Well, listen, I could go into specifics, but I might give too. Fester, what are your thoughts? I mean, if I'm telling you that I know someone that is a stoned texter and I get just maniacal, just nonsensical. I mean, just rips and rants, and I mean, and again, it's all over the road, but a lot of times it's just like angry and just blurting out just I don't want this negativity in my life.
Is this person a friend of yours?
I said it, yes. It's someone I know, yes.
All right. You know they get like this, right? Have they done this before? Is this habitual with them? Is this predictable behavior?
Now, listen, Roxanne mentioned that all of my high school buddies all partake. Listen, I don't want to give too much away, but what do I from my high school crew? And, we've reconnected over the last couple of years, and we talk, we text, we've got the text group going. And sometimes it's very active on a day. Then maybe it's a couple of days off. But, but they all smoke. They're all, my age, and they're all smoking pot. All right, so listen, I don't want to point any fingers, but, what do I do about someone that's stoned and texts? And clearly, I don't think they're thinking straight when they're just ripped and they're texting.
Well, is it a friend or an acquaintance?
Yeah,
because I think both cases.
I would probably ignore it.
If it's an acquaintance, ignore it. If it's a friend, try to help. Try
ignore
to
it
engage.
too. Yeah,
or try to get them help or something. Because
are you gonna break into their house and take them to rehab? Are you gonna have an intervention? Tell them how much everybody loves them. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't engage. Don't engage.
Leave it alone.
Listen. Try to have a more rational conversation when the person's not inebriated in some capacity.
All right. But so that's your advice. All right.
If I were in the advice-giving business,
all right,
it would be along those lines.
Well, I have some advice that I would like to dispense right now. Do not, on the heels of the United Healthcare assassination of the CEO, threaten an insurance company with delay, deny, depose. Yeah, you might not want to do this right now. Might not be a good idea. And guess what? It's a local lady. It's Lakeland. Holy crap. So a woman out in Lakeland has been charged. She was charged earlier this week as the Lakeland Police Department, I'm looking at the police report here, the Lakeland Police Department said that she ended a phone call with an insurance company with delay, deny, depose. And, of course, those were the words that were written on the bullet casings of the bullets that were found, some spent, some not, on the sidewalk outside of the Hilton, the Manhattan Hilton, New York Hilton, in Midtown Manhattan, where the CEO for United Healthcare was assassinated, where he was bumped, he was whacked on the sidewalk. And on the bullets, it had delay, deny, depose, which was a play on a book from about 13, 14 years ago, which was a takedown of the health insurance industry and all the delays and the denials of claims. So this is nuts. So the arrest affidavit from the Lakeland Police Department claims that their officers were called by the FBI about what was perceived as a threat made over the phone. And it turns out that Brianna Boston, 42 years old of Lakeland, allegedly called Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida, had some kind of a medical insurance claim problem. She was denied. The entire phone call was recorded, as very often they are.
Oh, they're all recorded.
It might say this phone call might be recorded for quality and training purposes, or whatever the deal is. So a lot of times you'll hear that, and if you think, oh, that's just jibber jabber, no,
they're all recorded.
They're recording these phone calls.
When they need them, they have them.
Right. So the lady's threat, everything was captured on a recording. So near the end of the encounter, the phone call this woman had, Lakeland police say that Ms. Boston said, delay, deny, depose, you people are next.
Oh no!
I'm thinking it was the "you people are next" thing that probably, if you just said delay, deny, depose, you might have gotten away with that. But when you added "you people are next," that kind of escalated into it. You took the escalator up.
You really did.
A level.
I think shouting into the phone, delay, deny, depose, anytime they give you any kind of grief is almost making a political statement, but it's not a threat.
When I get grief around here, I'm going to say that. I got a problem with management. I'm just going to hit them with delay, deny, depose.
Oh, no, not this place. They delay, deny, and then they settle. This place.
Oh, man. Anyway, the police affidavit from the Lakeland Police Department, in the narrative, it talks about the similarity of that and the incident with the United Healthcare CEO. Holy crap. That is, and there's a lot of anger, obviously, that's aimed toward the health insurance industry these days. You got a lot of people rooting for the shooter, which that's pretty morbid. I've got plenty of complaints. I've had my problems. I've discussed some health insurance issues or some health care issues and some of the rigmarole. I've talked about it on this very show. We've talked about it, but I can't condone murdering, assassinating a healthcare official at a healthcare company.
All right, fine. None of us condone assassination.
Right.
However, this is some degree of like vigilante social justice in that weird way.
A lot of people are cheering
it represents something so much bigger.
A lot of people are cheering the notoriety or the awakening or the highlighting of the problems that people have had with claims being denied and just the rigmarole, the red tape, just a lot of the process that goes on in healthcare. So what else? The affidavit says that they recognize the phrase. She's been in this world long enough to know that she certainly should know better that you can't make threats like that in the current environment that we live in and think that we're not going to follow up and put you in jail. That's a statement from the Lakeland Police Chief, Sam Taylor. So Lakeland Police...
The threat was you guys are next.
Yeah, that's it.
Delay, deny, depose is just telling them what they're doing to her.
Yeah, but still that could be perceived as a threat because that's what was written on the bullets. But then, again, the icing on the cake was you people are next. That really pulled the trigger, no pun intended.
I know what you guys are doing. You're delaying, denying, and eventually you'll depose me about it.
So
before you'll pay for it.
The Lakeland police show up at her home, and she admitted to uttering those words on the phone call. And the detectives wrote in the report that she told them that healthcare companies played games and deserved karma from the world because they are evil. And she said to the detectives that she uttered those words because it's in the news right now.
All right.
But she also said that she doesn't own a gun.
She didn't say she was going to do it next. She was just kind of like making a guess. You guys are probably next.
Yeah. So she admitted that that's what she said, but didn't mean anything by it, according to the chief out in Lakeland. Wow.
But they still arrest her and have a press conference over it and try to make a big deal about her.
Yeah, her attorney is Jim Headley. And Jimmy says...
I know Jim Headley.
Jimmy says, my client is 42, married, mother of 3, never had any criminal charges or convictions. May you release her on her own recognizance. This was during her first court appearance. That's what the attorney said. The judge set her bond at $100,000.
Come on, she's not going anywhere.
Oh, well, 10% is 10 grand.
Okay.
But then you're
out.
See, I've never sprung anyone from...
Yeah, well, either have I.
But you lose the 10 grand to the bail bondsman.
No, only if you...
No, you give the bondsman 10 grand, but he keeps it.
If you run...
Then he kills you. Then he hunts you down. That's how that goes.
I think I'm going to trust Fester's
The bail
answers.
bondsman's business is to make 10% and keep that, and then they'll spring you for the other 90. Or they'll put up 100.
Oh, they keep the whole 10? I thought they keep...
How do you think they stay in
Hold on.
business?
I think you're right.
I thought they kept a percentage of it. I didn't know they kept the whole 10.
I think they keep the 10%. You need 10% to... Yeah, the bail bondsman business is like that.
And it's like they've got you covered, like almost like insured. Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Anyway, folks, listen, it's a very sensitive climate out there right now. While the health insurance company issues are not going to be fixed overnight, and plenty of people are getting denied, plenty of people are getting run through the ringer and harassed and hassled, and, their patients are being tried. Don't make threats right now. This is not the current environment to make threats to an insurance company.
Just wait a couple of weeks, and we can go back to making threats again.
Stop. Knock it off.
So I heard a guy kind of give a radio interview on, and just talking about who gets prosecuted for crimes and who doesn't in this country. And this guy, Mangione, his life is, for all intents and purposes.
You say Mangione?
Yeah, he's going to be in a cell for the rest of his life, right? He's going to serve a life term. Maybe he has an insanity plea. Maybe he gets a sympathetic jury. But his life is forever changed because of this one action. But then I talk about like the CEO of this healthcare company who makes a couple of tweaks to the system and denies thousands of people. And he's his action is complicit in thousands of people suffering, thousands of people potentially dying. And he never sees he gets rewarded with what? $20 million salaries.
Yeah. Anyway,
guys,
a couple of additional things here.
My bail bond research department has just chimed in, and I believe Fester is correct.
All right, listen, I don't know. I've never.
I mean, I've had to spring a few people out of the clink.
All right,
few people.
All right. So a couple of other things.
Cousin Eddie, Uncle Vito. Couple people.
The McDonald's worker that made the phone call to 911 up in Altoona, Pennsylvania, to turn in the suspected healthcare shooter. The workers at McDonald's now have private security. They've got security that they've hired for the McDonald's crew because they're getting threats.
So people are harassing the McDonald's employee?
Yep, they are.
Why don't you
calling him a snitch and you're next?
Harass the corporate bigwig. Don't harass the McDonald's person trying to get your McFlurry.
Yeah. 2 private security guards were at the restaurant, this McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania this week. So you got private security guarding the McDonald's workers. It's going to cut into the profit margin of that quarter pounder with cheese, isn't it?
Yep.
Just a little bit. And then finally on that particular front, well, two more things quickly. Luigi Mangione. Hey, what'd you do with my Mangione music? It disappeared.
Thankfully. Oh, Andrew.
Why is my Mangione music not on the board anymore?
Because he's...
Anyway, still, whenever I say Mangione, I want to do the... Even though they're not related.
It's not a funny joke. The funny joke is my Super Mario Brothers music.
We also found out that Mangione was never a client of United Healthcare, so it was more symbolic. So he was not denied... He did not have a problem with United Healthcare. He was not even a customer.
Oh, so it could have been like Aetna or Blue Cross Blue Shield just as easy.
So let me tell you right now, the Aetna dude, Blue Cross Blue Shield, who else? Cigna.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, all those guys, they should be counting their freaking blessings that they weren't taken out by Luigi Mangione. Yes.
So remember when Aetna's slogan used to be, Aetna, glad we met you?
Say it again.
Remember when Aetna's slogan used to be Aetna, glad we met you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
They never want to meet Luigi Mangione.
Well, all right. And then finally, on this particular front, there was a report on CNN yesterday that Luigi Mangione in jail in Pennsylvania had a choice for dinner.
Oh.
Chicken Parmesan or something called pizza beans. I got to be honest, I'm intrigued by pizza beans. What the hell are pizza beans? I've never heard of pizza beans.
Wow, I can picture how that could be something pretty tasty and maybe a vegetarian dish.
Pizza.
Well, you put
pizza beans.
Have like some chickpeas and put some tomato sauce and melted cheese on top of it.
How about you quit guessing and look it up?
I'm gonna pull up prisonrecipes.com. I've never heard of pizza beans.
Well, that's
before.
what I'm saying. What the hell are pizza beans?
We're all making this crap up. Pizza beans.
What are they? Just like take regular beans and what? Throw tomato sauce and cheese on top, right? Is that what you just said?
It's a piece of pizza, but instead of pepperoni, he puts kidney beans on it. It could be anything. No. We don't know. It's prison food.
No, I don't think it's gonna have dough. I think it's just beans that have some kind of pizza element.
pizza beans recipe.
What the hell are pizza beans?
It's some kind
Oh,
of.
it's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
it's
some kind
it's
of
baked beans with cheese on top.
Baked beans with some kind of tomato sauce with the cheese.
So cheesy.
It looks pretty good.
What are you on, recipes.com?
I am on thekitchen.com.
Kind of looks like it's like a dip, basically.
Or it's a bowl meal.
Yeah.
Let's go to prisonvittles.com.
Yeah, I mean that's why I want to see the recipe they used in the Pennsylvania Slammer in Altoona County.
Pizza beans.
Remember a long time ago, Coop made us a prison recipe?
So when we had Coop as our producer, he got into like a rabbit hole of watching like TikTok videos of former inmates making the food that they would make outside of the cafeteria.
Yeah, by getting crap from the commissary
Yeah.
or sneaking stuff out, and they would make their own little cell meals. And what was the prison recipe he made?
He made like a Laffy Taffy out of coffee creamer and Kool-Aid. And it wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't great compared to real Laffy Taffy.
Oh, wow. Listen, guys, I just found this great site.
What is it?
Here's prison pad thai, ramen noodles, crushed peanuts,
Right.
peanut butter, hot sauce. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what pad thai is. You can make a lot of things through the condiments they give you in prison.
God, speaking of Thai food, my God, do I miss Thailand on Southdale Mabry? Oh, my God. Would you guys just come out of retirement?
Yes. A bunch of elderly Thai people will come out of retirement just for you. Why don't you call them up? Maybe they come to the house and make a
Or
special
why couldn't family member? Why couldn't they sell the place and then continue with the recipes? You know,
They sold the land for like a handful of $1 million.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I miss Thailand. That was our favorite Thai place. All right, so the pizza beans recipe. It's like exactly what you think. It's like a can of baked beans and you melt cheese on top. That's pizza beans.
It could be a nicer bean than like just Bush's baked beans. Looks like a tomato sauce in there with the beans.
I don't know. Anyway, I wonder what Luigi chose last night. If he chose chicken parmesan or pizza beans.
Listen, remember, pizza beans. A fruit of the Italian heart, if you know what I mean.
Oh, there's one. I'm sorry, there's one more. And in Seattle, you know the traffic signs? You know the big orange trailers that are on the side of the road and they have the digital display?
Yeah, like construction ahead or something, or merge here. Yeah.
Yeah, guess what?
Would somebody break in and say, "Free Luigi"?
No. Somebody on one of the traffic signs on the side of the road in Seattle, somebody hacked it, and the message was flashing, "One less CEO, many more to go." Rut-row.
Oh, man.
The sign did not belong to a government entity such as Seattle Department of Transportation or Washington State. According to a press release, it belonged to a private construction contractor, but they did investigate, and I guess they tracked it down to some worker for the private construction company that got on the keyboard and put that message on the board, which is pretty uncalled for.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, that's not
cool.
That's not too kosher.
Yeah, I don't want to agree with that at all.
You being sarcastic over there?
No, I'm being very serious. I would never call for many more CEOs to get their reckoning. I would never call for that.
Dude, what? Come on, calm down over there, man.
I'm verbally saying what I feel.
All right, calm down.
It's completely wrong, Luigi.
Let's move closer to home here. Let's come over to St. Petersburg for a moment. It looks like St. Pete City Council that they're approving funds to start fixing the Trop, or at least it's the first step. And this just, to me, if you're going to dump $55 million into a building that is going to be demoed, if the stadium deal goes through, the building is going to be demolished in a couple of years. I don't know if that makes any sense. To dump that kind of money into it. So from a monetary standpoint, the estimate was $55.7 million for all of the repairs at the Trop after Hurricane Milton and the roof being ripped off, and $23.7 million of the cost is to replace the roof. And I think that I heard somewhere that, I read this, it might be St. Pete Times or the Tampa Bay Times, but the roof, I think, is engineered in Europe, but the actual material that Kevlar. What do they call it? There was a fiberglass interwoven Kevlar, whatever the damn thing was. The roof is actually made overseas in China or somewhere in Asia is where the roof is made. So I think I saw it was like somewhere in Asia. That's where it's actually manufactured. And then also, this is interesting, and this came out, I guess, in the St. Pete City Council meeting, that if they put the order in now, 5 months. So if they put the order in now for the roof, they can get the materials in about 5 months.
So by May, they'll have it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they can start putting it back on. But, of course, the Rays would not play there because there's no way they can get all the stuff done. So the Rays are obviously playing at Steinbrenner Field
this year
for the upcoming 25 season. But the Rays, if they approve all this money, the Rays would be back in the Trop for opening day 2026. And then what, 2 years later, they would be in a new stadium or whatever comes to fruition, and you're going to knock that down. So the question is, does it make sense to put $55 million into a building that's going to be knocked down in 3-4 years or whatever the number is?
Man, I told you should have ran for city council.
I just feel like I'm on a roller coaster with this.
Yeah.
New stadium, no new stadium. Rays moving, not moving.
Repair the old one.
Repair the old one.
Not
Don't repair the old one. I mean, every day it's a different answer.
Oh, there was a tipping story that I missed.
Oh, no.
You know what? I meant to have this in my pile when we were talking about the tip stuff. And Andrew, our producer, found this. A restaurant that would not give the guy tap water. They said, we only sell bottled water. So instead of getting free water, this restaurant would only sell you tap water or bottled water. You couldn't have a glass of water out of the tap because that would be free. So you got to buy a bottled water for, I don't know, $2.95, $3, whatever it is. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm, sometimes a little bit of a jerk about things.
Okay.
I don't know that a restaurant's ever really gotten one over on me like that.
And then the customer refused to pay the tip of 15% and auto gratuity on the water. And he's like, I don't want that. I didn't want to pay for this water in the first place.
Yeah.
Why would I leave a tip on top of being forced to pay for the water in a bottle instead of just getting tap water in a glass? Or you know what another thing is?
What?
Have you been to any of the restaurants where now they don't serve bottled water, but they serve water? They serve water in a carafe, and they have what they claim is their own filtration system. Or there are some companies that supply restaurants with like a filtration system and then bottles, so they fill up their own bottled water, or they put it more, I guess, in a carafe. And some restaurants will charge you a water fee for the filtered water, or some of the restaurants will offer filtered still water. So it's really just tap water that's being filtered, or you can get sparkling water. But I've been to numerous restaurants where they then charge a fee for the in-house special bottle or filtered water, but not like a product that's being bottled and shipped in like Perrier or San Pellegrino or San Benedetto or whatever. Any thoughts on that?
I mean,
it's just tap water. It's filtered, so they claim.
Yeah.
I want good water.
Well, they're claiming that now we've got
You got to try my water, MJ.
Yeah.
Roxanne. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it many times.
Have you tried it?
But it's not spelled the same as your name.
No, they're missing an N.
Yeah, they don't have an N on there. Missing an N. So this guy said, I'm not paying 15% auto tip on a bottle of water that I didn't want to buy in the first place because you wouldn't give me a glass of water. Yeah, so this has kind of turned into a little bit of a debate. But I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant where they make you buy bottled water and not get just a regular glass of tap water. But I've been to the restaurants that have the special in-house filtered water. Thought that was somewhat interesting. And then we have Morgan Wallen.
Oh, a country singer.
Yeah, I don't know anything this guy sings.
You know what he throws?
What did you think? Oh, the chairs. Yeah.
Is he going to write a song about, I threw a chair off a roof, I busted officer's tooth? Is he going to come up with some kind of song for this?
I don't know, but that's actually a really good lyric. And if he hears it,
You like that?
He'll take it.
All right. We can work with that.
Chair.
Threw a chair off a roof, I busted cop's tooth. Or something like that.
Sister.
Yeah, so Morgan Wallen, who, again, if I were reached on the phone by some like radio station, hey, for $10,000.
Hey, it's K Country.
We're calling from Big K Country. We're calling from the Big Country Slob. Hey, if you can name a Morgan Wallen song, we'll give you $10,000.
We have Todd on the line here from Florida. Todd, can you name one Morgan Wallen song for $10,000?
I'm sorry.
Time's a ticking, Todd.
Sorry, Country Bunker Bob. I can't.
It's the Big Country Bunker Bob Morton Show. The Morgan Wallen song naming contest for $10,000.
I couldn't name one damn Morgan Wallen song. Anyway, the reason why we're bringing up Morgan Wallen is you remember that he threw a chair off like a 6-story roof of a Nashville bar. And it almost hit cops down in the street. They say it landed within 3 feet of them. Well, he kind of did get a little slap. I mean, he got something. So Morgan Wallen has been ordered to spend 7 days at a DUI education center.
Okay.
That's like a sentence. He's going in for 7 days.
So it's like not like daytime jail? You have to spend the night?
I guess so. And this was yesterday in court in Nashville, in Tennessee. Tennessee. And the judge wasn't giving him some lenient little, don't do it again. Yeah. So and some will say that 7 days is kind of lenient because he actually faced significant jail time on this. But still, he doesn't just walk away. It's not like you got a Nashville judge in the country music capital of America, Nashville, Tennessee. It's not like the judge didn't give him anything. 7 days at a DUI education center. He pleaded guilty for throwing that chair off that rooftop bar in Nashville back in April. He's 31 years old. He was also given 2 years probation.
And no Copenhagen for that whole time.
That's the problem.
He has to also pay a $350 fine. He has to pay court fees. Yeah, none of that is. Yeah, that's bad.
How do they come up with a $350 fine? They're going to put him away for a week and 2 years probation.
That's what the judge came up with. He was charged with 3 counts of reckless endangerment and 1 count of disorderly conduct for hurling the chair off the 6th floor roof of this bar called Chiefs. Yeah, that bar, by the way, is owned by another country singer by the name of Eric Chase. And guess what? I'm sorry, Eric Chase. Eric Church.
Eric Church.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric Church. And by the way, if Bob from Bob's Country Bunker Morning Show called me and
Bob
asked me to name any Eric Church song, I couldn't do that either for $10,000.
Listen to the Bunker Bob Morning Show on K Country, the Country Slob. Hey, we got Todd in Tampa back on the line for $15,000 and a year's worth of skull. Can you name one Eric Church song?
Hey, Bob,
Just one.
I can't name an Eric Church song. I can't name a Morgan Wallen song. I'm sorry.
All right, this is Bessie.
Oh.
And I want to hear if you can name another artist song, and I'm going to give you a consolation prize.
Oh.
All right?
What's all
Hold
this?
on. So is this your sidekick?
This is my lovely Bessie.
So it's Bob and Bessie in the morning on the Big Country Slob?
Don't you know it?
It's the Busty Bessie here on the Bob Country
Hold on,
Slob
did you
Morning
say
Call me Busty Bessie?
Busty Bessie?
Theater of the Mind here on the radio.
So like Dolly Parton kind of busty?
Todd in Tampa can't seem to name any song by any country and western act in right now. Bessie, what do we got?
I'm going to make it easy for you. Give me a good old Carrie Underwood song.
You heard the lady.
I couldn't do that either. I couldn't name any.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Hang on a minute. Andrew just put a couple of Morgan Wallen songs up on my sound. Why do all the country singers got to have that sound? Why do they all have to wear fancy like Applebee's on a date night?
What are you trying to say?
Oreo shake.
Yeah, are
and
you
a
trying to pigeonhole
pepper
us?
Steak and a dinner, a boo,
Who do you think you are? You pack your bags and get back to New York.
Listen here, City Slicker.
Got that bourbon, so you stay with the Oreo shake.
I mean, and who was that? What's the guy's name that sang that?
You don't know his name?
No, who's the Applebee's
his
guy?
His name is Applebee's guy.
But I'm telling you right now, if you listen to the Applebee's guy,
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
Yeah,
Got
buddy.
that bourbon, so you stay with the Oreo shake.
That's our boy Walker Hayes, and if you don't know his name, you can get on out of here.
it's the same kind of sound. I can't tell the difference. You can tell Walker Hayes and Morgan. I can't tell the difference between these guys. But why do they all have to have that same? That same.
Bob, you tell me, what's wrong with this guy?
There's going to be a new country act coming out called Walker Wallen. That's your cue to call.
Was that the big country belch?
That's the big country slob. You heard the burp. We're giving a quart of moonshine. Happy holidays.
I ain't been home in some months.
They're not like born with that sound. I mean,
what do you think?
Actually,
they're born
nobody
with?
is born with their sound.
They kind of learned that.
Yes.
It's like a mother bird talking to their baby
gotta
bird.
be a country singer. Got to tell how to sing like this. And a hoot, and a hoot, and a hoot, and a hoot.
No, they talk like that, and then they are discovered to be a country singer.
You've never met anybody from any part of the world who has an accent, have you?
Yes, I have.
You think British people just sprung out of the womb? Hello, Mom. Hello.
Yes, I have.
Fish and chips down there.
So Morgan Wallen could have got a much more severe sentence. I think I saw that if he really had the book thrown at him, that he could have landed in jail for a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, it's a serious offense. I mean, he chucked a chair on, 3 or 4 stories. It came
6 stories.
Okay, I knew it was really high up, and then Nashville officers were a few feet away. I mean, what if it would have hit another car or a pedestrian?
Oh, listen,
it would have killed
if
somebody.
it would have hit a cop and really hurt a cop, he could be in prison for years.
This is in downtown Nashville. What if, oh my God, what if Morgan Wallen threw the chair and it hit Hawk to a girl right before, like a second before she answered that guy's question and became a big internet star?
That could have happened.
It could be the whole trajectory of the world could have gone down a different path.
Morgan Wallen was facing years in prison,
Yeah,
so
buddy.
I guess he kind of got off a little light. Got a new song for Luigi Mangione. It's called Prison Beans Pizza. What do you
Big
think?
country slob. Hey, country.
All right, 8:53 at the MJ.
Call in at the burp.
All right, 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show.
Along with Bob and Bessie.
This brings to a close an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Actually, you got more. You got bonus minutes today. I think I have 5 or 6 extra minutes with the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show. This is 104.7 FM. It's Q105. Don't forget the song to listen for. The Santa Sleigh List song is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. When you hear that, be the 7th caller and really win $1,000 sometime today here on 104.7 FM. It is Q105. 2 college brothers. is 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show. As we embark on the final hour here on a Friday on the MJ Morning Show. MJ and Fester and Roxanne, Andrew in the producer's booth. I want to call Dennis Phillips quickly. Hey, Andrew, tell the rice maker question
Chris.
guy. Tell Chris the rice maker question on line 1. I'll get to him in a second. Just tell him to hang on. But I have an item here.
Right.
And I want to get a hold of Dennis Phillips, chief meteorologist from ABC Action News. I want to dial him up quickly here because I had a story that I just wanted to get his take on something. And, of course, Dennis has a massive Christmas display at his house. Hang on, let me get 720. All right, calling up Dennis Phillips. And, of course, we had a pretty active season with Dennis on this radio show since Dennis Phillips and ABC Action News is our meteorological partner here on 104.7 FM. Dennis!
Hey.
Hey, man. First of all, if I don't see you, which I won't because I'm leaving town today, but have a very Merry Christmas.
Same to you. I hope you get some good skiing in.
You know what? It was a good early season. They had a good 6-inch dump a couple of days ago at Vail, and then there are a couple of snow days, it looks like, in the forecast. So, but you know what it is? They will have no snow in the forecast, and then you get 10 inches overnight, you know?
Yeah.
You guys are crazy. If I want a good 6-inch dump, I don't have to go all the way to Colorado. I'll tell you that.
All right, we stop it, Fester.
You guys,
all right,
you guys are nuts.
All right, so Dennis, the reason why I'm calling you is, first of all, is Dennis Phillips' Christmas Wonderland, is that in effect yet?
Oh, it absolutely is, yes.
And when is the big, huge, 3-mile backup night? When is that happening?
Yeah, that's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night and the following Saturday. Yeah, it's turned into quite an event. We for the folks who don't know, we have our neighborhood. I live in Indian Trails in Palm Harbor, and it's off of Alderman. It's a neighborhood festivity tradition that's been going on for like 40 years. I mean, I honestly think it started with a couple of neighbors that were just kind of competing with each other back and forth to try to get the best decorations. And it kind of turned into a neighborhood thing. And, I'll tell you guys, I was driving around last night. I usually, I'm working at night, so I miss most of the lights. I was driving around all over, and it just seems like there's more people that have been decorating this year than I've seen in previous years.
And you know what? You wondered whether it was going to be lighter because of the hurricane. So maybe people went in the opposite direction that, after Helene and Milton and all the crap we went through here on the west coast of Florida and the Tampa Bay area, that people maybe said they were more compelled to add some holiday cheer to kind of a crappy fall.
I really think that's what's happened because you drive around, you see some lights here and there, but last night I saw a ton. So anyway, our neighborhood has been going on for, like I said, 30, 40 years. And now it's just to the point where most of the neighborhood really has some amazing Christmas displays. And a lot of young families have moved into this neighborhood. So there's a lot of new energy and it's
get
amazing.
on board.
So,
nice.
There's a lot of big light energy going on.
There is. But,
BLE.
But, about 5 or 6 years ago, my son had a class project where he needed to do a little fundraiser. So we're like, all right, well, we have quite a few people that drive through the neighborhood at Christmas time. Why don't we do some hot chocolate? And, a lot of people do hot chocolate fundraisers and whatnot. And it just every year has gotten bigger and bigger. And now, like you mentioned, the traffic lined up on the outside of the neighborhood is pretty crazy.
Don't you hire off-duty Pinellas County deputy sheriffs to help with traffic control?
Yeah, we do. I mean, it was needed because it got to the point where there were just too many cars. And even when we don't do our fundraising, our hot chocolate, again, which is tomorrow,
right,
and proceeds benefit Children's Miracle Network and All Children's Hospital and Feeding Tampa Bay.
All right, so where do we tell listeners that, let's say, don't know where you are and what's going on? How do you describe how our listeners can join this tomorrow and make the traffic jam even worse?
Yeah. Well, my suggestion, in all sincerity, MJ, my suggestion is to park outside the neighborhood and walk it because you get to see everything. So a lot of families, a lot of people put a lot of time into these
All right, let me just interject. So essentially, park at the Countryside Mall and then walk to Palm Harbor.
Walk down to Alderman. Just walk along US 19. That's fine. That's safe.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know what's funny? You're taking me back, Dennis, because I knew that you decorated and did all this cool stuff, but I never heard what neighborhood it was. And I used to babysit when I was like in middle school. I used to babysit in Indian Trails.
Well, it's been around for a long time. It's not a particularly large community. It's not gated or anything. It's just that's why there's only one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
So that's why the traffic's crazy. So I tell people there you could park along Omaha, which is if you can't remember Omaha, think of Peyton Manning yelling at these
Omaha!
Omaha!
Yeah, Omaha.
Yeah. So it's also CR1, but a lot of people park there. There's other neighborhoods, and then they walk. I mean, obviously it's kind of crazy, and for the folks who can't walk it, just my suggestion, honestly, if you want to come look at the lights, do it during the week, because if you're not into the traffic and you want to avoid the crowds, do it during the week, and there's not that nearly the backup. I mean, the Jolly Trolley, people charter out the Jolly Trolley tomorrow, and there's 6 or 7 of them that show up throughout the night, and it's mayhem. It is mayhem.
Plus, I got to believe golf carts and listen, if you want to drive by, let's say on a Tuesday night at midnight, just knock on the door and Dennis will have you in for hot cocoa.
I won't even be home yet, for sure. and truth be told, it always is kind of funny because there are people every night sitting out there 1 o'clock in the morning outside the neighborhood, outside the house, just looking at the lights. And my house is the one that has the lights synced with the computer to the music. So when you drive up to my house, you tune your FM radio to 89.5, and I have about 40 songs that we've programmed to go with all the different music, and it's pretty awesome. But like I said, it's neat because the neighborhoods, there's old school, there's inflatables, there's all sorts of stuff. And so again, it's from 6 to 10 tomorrow. I recommend highly parking outside the neighborhood, not parking on the street in the neighborhood, because it is really. If you've never been before, you're going to be shocked about how many people we squeeze into this neighborhood.
It's crazy. So you have a sign that says to turn your radio to 89.5?
Yeah, it's lit up. It's a Christmas. Yeah, I did it
Guess what? I'm gonna stop by, put my own sign in the yard, and tell people to listen to 104.7 FM from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday for the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, so. the numbers would boost because there's just so many people. I mean, and like I said, we donate to charity. It's a blast. If you can't make it out tomorrow night, we're here next Saturday. And if you just want to avoid the crowds and come enjoy some really nice Christmas lights, you can come during the week between 6 and 9 is when most people show up, and it's just a blast.
So I saw an item before I let you roll. I saw an item, and I said I got to call Dennis. I saw some neighbor, and this is in Illinois, and neighbors are angry at a neighbor that puts on a huge display claiming that they're causing light pollution. Have you ever had anyone complain about that?
Not the light pollution, but the traffic.
Traffic, yeah. Right.
The HOA hates me. I haven't got.
But they watch you during hurricane season, right?
Well, hopefully. They even knocked on my door on Christmas Eve one time and said, "Hey, could you stop going on TV and telling people to come over and look at the lights?"
Oh, wow.
HOAs.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. But hey, one other thing, and I mentioned this to you. I want to give my daughter a shout out. We're going up to Gainesville today. My oldest daughter's getting her doctorate today from UF.
Oh my gosh!
So we're driving up, making the trip up there today. We'll be back around midnight tonight, and then we start making hot chocolate. So there you go.
That is awesome. So congratulations to your daughter. What is your daughter's doctorate in?
She's in occupational therapy. So she likes helping kids who need
awesome,
occupational physical therapy and whatnot after accidents and whatnot. And so she moved out to Colorado. She said, I'm getting out of Florida for a while and enjoying some cold weather and some snow. So she's already been skiing a few times, but I'm hoping at some point she misses the warm weather and finds her way back to Florida. But Kendall.
And what's your daughter's name?
It's Kendall.
Oh, Kendall! Congratulations to Kendall, and tell Kendall that she can meet Michelle and Julian and Chloe and me out in Vail and take do some turns with us.
That sounds great. How about I go to Colorado and meet Dad's creepy friends? That's exactly what Kendall wants to do.
She's been doing that all her life. She knows how that rolls. So it's good.
Dennis, hey, Merry Christmas. Thank you
you too, guys.
Thanks for informing all of our listeners during the hurricane season, and Hopefully 2025 is a lighter year and we don't have you on as much.
Let us hope so. You guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, thanks, Dennis.
Thanks, you too.
All right, Dennis Phillips, ABC Action News, with this crazy Clark Griswold Christmas display at his house and in his neighborhood. And I guess the big shindig starts tomorrow night and then the following Saturday night. So, and they raise money for charity and everything. All right, 9/11. What line? He's been holding a while?
Yeah, he's been holding for a long time. He's probably getting pissed off right about that.
I'm sorry. I'm talking
customer.
to Dennis. Who's this? Who am I talking to?
This is Chris and Holiday.
Hey, MJ, good morning. This is Chris, and I've got present problems.
Hello, this is Milton Fludgecow. I've got present problems. All right, so what's your present? What can I help you with?
All right, so last year's Christmas gift to my wife didn't go over too well. So we've been talking about the Zuji rice makers, and she actually brought it up a couple weeks ago. So I go on the website, but there's like 16 of them. They all seem to be the same size. Which one does the expert recommend?
Oh, I'm glad. You know what? Oh, thank God you've called. All right, so you want to buy your wife what I consider to be one of the greatest appliances of all time, and that is a Zoji Rushi rice cooker. I guess the first thing is, what is your price point? What is your range of what you want to spend?
Yeah, I'm on their website. I see $750 to $100. So if money's not an option, what are you going with?
All right, I'm going to tell you right now, I would go with the second from the top of the line. Now, the top of the line is fantastic. They sent me one of those. And I would go, listen, I would go with the $549 because it's
perfect.
It's pressure cooker with induction heating. And so does your wife like the Japanese sticky rice?
We use a $10 Walmart right now, so she's ready for anything.
Oh,
But
listen,
yeah, she loves the good
no,
quality
but I'm talking about. So she likes a good Japanese sticky rice. But then you got to get a good Koshi Hikari, either a California or Japanese grown Koshi Hikari. Remember, Koshi, Koshi Hik. Hikari, Ari, whatever. So Koshi Hikari. So either California grows it or Japan is where it originated. But you got to get the right rice. You got to wash it a bunch of times till the water is totally clear, and then you put it in this rice cooker. I don't think you need the 10 cup. Just go with the 5.5 cup, and that'll be $549. Or listen, the Neuro Fuzzy is only $242. So, and then if you go to the Zoji Rushi website, there should be like a 10% discount thing that pops up on the screen. So try to take advantage of that.
Awesome, perfect, MJ. I really appreciate it.
Or listen, shop it around. See if they have the exact model on Amazon or other sites, and you can get it in time. And maybe it's a little cheaper. So, but that's what I would recommend.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You bet. Merry Christmas. Look at that. I'm telling you right now.
You need to get credit for this.
I was such a Zoji Rushi contacted me.
We heard
because they saw some of my videos. So I've been buying their machines for a while. I had my first Zoji Rushi machine like over 15 years ago. And I've loved it. This is my favorite appliance on the planet. And then second place is my
bidet.
My Fuji Marca shave ice machine.
Oh, okay. Then your bidet.
Right.
Okay.
I don't have a bidet. I have a man bidet.
A man-day.
I got a butt fountain.
I bid you a bidet.
All right. So I've loved these machines, and I shot a video some time ago, like 5 years ago or so, and they saw it on my Instagram. They contacted me, and they've sent me a couple of units over the years. And I've bought some. They've sent me some. I've hundreds and hundreds of people, no doubt, have bought these machines because of my love for these rice cookers. Anyway,
and yet Roxanne and I still don't have one. Just saying.
You haven't asked. No one's asked for one. All right. So 9:15 at the MJ Morning Show. I saw something that I thought was a little disturbing.
What's that?
So Roxanne has been hacking and coughing all day, and then. Before we went to the last break.
Oh, you caught that?
Yes, I caught that.
Well,
You're walking out of the room taking your freaking temperature.
And guess what? I'm fine. Don't worry
So
about it.
you didn't see this?
That's what I did before I came to work. I've been taking it, make sure I'm not going to come here with a fever.
You got a laser thermometer on your forehead. Yeah. I'm like, what are you trying to get me sick before I leave to go skiing?
No, 98.6, totally fine.
She's not trying, but it would be, funny in some level. She asked me last segment if I could put my hand on her forehead to see if she was warm. And
why would you do that if you have a digital laser thermometer?
Because we were in a break and I didn't want you to hear this.
Oh,
beep.
no, now it says 99.
Well, that's because I'm.
Oh, it's going up.
It's because I'm moving around.
Do it again. Oh, my God, it's 104.7 right now. Holy schnitt. It's 104.7.
If it's 104.7, let's get you to a hospital.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine.
My
98.4.
It's 104.7.
It's as hot as a flamethrower in here.
Oh, my.
And I am wearing a Santa suit, so that's
Mason Dixon on Q105.
Oh, my God. Got a big old fever.
No. That's what I did. That's my courtesy check. This morning I said, I'm going to go, you can't, hey, MJ, I'm not coming in on the last day before break because I have a sinus infection. I mean, that doesn't fly. But if I had a fever, I wouldn't have come in.
I love when the cops call a perp an idiot. That's the best. Caught on body cam. Where did this happen? Up in Massachusetts, up in Fall River, Massachusetts. This guy trying to run away from detectives up in Massachusetts was caught hiding in a chimney and got stuck in the chimney.
That's never a good idea.
Oh, all the Santa Claus jokes and everything.
You think that's what you're doing, but no.
Yeah, what a bonehead. So you got to hear this. Guy's facing charges, tried to run away from detectives, got stuck in the chimney. It happened Tuesday night. Robert Langlace was pulled out of the chimney trying to elude. The detectives up in Fall River, Mass. were executing a search warrant when two men reportedly fled trying to evade arrest. The Fall River Police Department said one of the men managed to escape by leaping from roof to roof and then onto a parked car, but the other, 33-year-old Robert Langlace, got wedged in a chimney. He thought he was Santa Claus.
Yeah. Not so much.
And this guy got stuck in the chimney, and the detectives had to yank him out of the chimney. And then here's body cam footage. This is great. What a bonehead. So here's body cam footage of the cops trying to pull him out, and they listen to the body cam. They call him an idiot.
You're an idiot.
That's all we got? Is just the you're an idiot?
Oh, where's the rest of it, Andrew? Is that all you have?
That's all we got.
Andrew, is that
I
all?
can play more from here.
Yeah, play some more from there. But that's one of the detectives saying to the guy stuck in the chimney.
You're an idiot.
You know what? I'm going to put that on the sound wall. We're going to be able to use that in the future.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, guy gets stuck in a chimney.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Oh, man, what a bonus. You have more, Andrew? All right, go and roll it. I got
You're
it.
an idiot.
Get up. Show us your hand right now.
Show us your hand. Rob, you can breathe fine, all right?
Can you breathe fine?
We want to break this off?
I was thinking just these so we can still have not compromise the corner.
Yeah, scoot straight up.
Perfect.
Huh? There you go.
They broke a neighbor's bricks out on the chimney, Andrew?
I'd rather break the guy's leg than break my chimney.
My God, and who pays for that? Who pays for the masonry repair if your chimney bricks are broken? You know what you do? You just throw some Crisco down in there, you lube the guy up, you have him hold a rope, and you just yank his butt out of the chimney.
If he would have died in the chimney, I guess he would have fallen down eventually.
What a bonehead.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
You're an idiot.
I ask myself that all the time.
Unbelievable.
I love hearing Roxanne cough in the background.
What the hell did you?
I love it.
The hell happened to you?
Keep the mic hot next time.
What'd you get? What'd you catch?
You're looking at it right here.
Well,
but I'm not one of those. I just want to be clear. I'm not one of those people who's like, Fester got me sick. I hate him.
Listen.
No, I mean, like it's your time. It's your time. If I get sick, it's because my body
It's
is run
going
down.
around.
And
It's going around.
I was susceptible.
It's a thing.
Indonesian junk is going round.
I don't know that we need to reference that song.
Fester's all right. Roxanne is all right. They just seem a little weird. All right, when we get back, it'll be the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday.
You okay?
The final chunk is next. There is a Carnival cruise complaint. So Carnival is making people do this. If you're on a Carnival cruise, you have to do this if you want to do that.
Oh.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
Also, seat squatting. Am I going to have this issue later today with seat squatting on an airplane? Yeah, this is becoming a big issue. We'll get to that coming up. Oh, we've got a BBL takedown. A BBL takedown. That and more. Next, we'll do the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on 1. It is 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I can't see what you're doing because I'm blocked. You. What's all the cellophane noise
Sorry,
over there?
I was trying to keep. I thought my microphone was off. I apologize.
You got a Christmas gift over there?
Yes, my friend Gary got us a Christmas gift from his friend's company. He has a kettle corn company called Corn Stars.
Corn Stars.
Corn Stars.
Corn Star.
Corn
Star Kettle Company.
And they dropped us off a beautiful basket of assorted kettle corn products.
Oh, really?
And it's been sitting behind you all morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to dig into it and start eating now. And that's what I'm doing.
Me too.
Crunchy.
Wait, which flavor did I get?
I think kettle corn's all the same.
Okay.
I think it's all like it's like sugar and oil.
That's good.
Okay.
Listen, I love kettle corn. You go to like a nice street fair or an RV show or something. Got a big old bag of kettle corn and enjoy it.
What else is in that big basket?
Yeah, that's huge.
Any lotion in that basket?
Some lube.
That's a good lotion. That is a good basket for lotion.
Couple of
places the lotion in the basket.
Couple of silicone toys.
Or if this was for P. Diddy, lube and baby oil.
And GHB.
In the basket.
Couple of joints. Oh, wow, this is great. No. A couple of chocolates.
Give me is there a bar of chocolate?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Thank you. Wow. You know what?
Corn Star.
You should not have given this to me because, once you open up like a bag of kettle corn, you can't put it
down.
down.
Can't stop.
You've just ruined the whole segment because I'm not going to be able to stop eating during the whole segment.
I am known for ruining segments around here.
Yes, you are.
So thank you very much to Gary, and thank you very much to Corn Star Kettle Company.
Nice.
Thanks for listening.
Nice gift option. And they're local?
Yes, they're in I think they're Land O'Lakes. But they go around to fairs and farmers markets and crap like that.
Oh,
So thank you very much, guys. This is a beautiful basket.
I need a drink now.
I know. I'm sorry. I really screwed up the timing
After
on that.
eating Corn Star, you definitely need a drink.
Wow.
And a cigarette.
All right. What? What did you say?
Yeah, don't you get
Corn
the name
Star?
of the
Yeah,
name
Corn
of the
Star. You
popcorn?
a drink and a cigarette.
Oh, Corn Star.
Yeah.
Roxanne here wearing her Santa baby outfit today.
I didn't even put that I didn't even put that together.
You didn't put that together?
I did not.
What did you think it was?
Corn Star.
What did you? Oh, MJ was thinking of like cornstarch without the CH.
Oh, it's like cornstarch.
I'm sorry, I don't have a dirty mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's like.
I knew right away.
I like cornstarch on my shirts. It makes them nice and straight.
All right, now.
Cornstar make you stiff.
Now, I'm not a regular cruiser. I've been on a couple of cruises.
Yeah.
And we had a decent time, but I'm just not a regular cruiser per se. But I am fascinated by the cruise industry. And there is a new requirement on Carnival cruises that have people pissed off. And people are saying this is awful. This is outrageous. I think they're saying something about deny, defend, depose. No, I'm kidding. I
mean, are people... Whoa, easy now.
I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Are people shocked at this information?
Yes, they are. Carnival Cruise line is facing a little bit of a backlash, a little bit of a back chat. Why? Because a new controversial drink policy has been put into place. So all 21 and over adults in a cabin must purchase the Cheers unlimited alcohol package if just one person in the cabin opts for it. So if you have...
That's always been the way. When we booked our
Really?
rooms, it was if I got the drink package and Allison would have to get it as well. And what we did is we got 2 rooms and put like one adult with one kid and one adult with one kid.
Smart.
And then I got the drink package and got all tanked up and acted like a total buffoon and showed my ass for the whole cruise. And she didn't have to because she was with a child.
And then she could have your drinks if you brought them back to the room.
But that's the thing. If I brought back like, two sex on the beaches.
I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I think what they're trying to do is to make sure that one person that buys it doesn't share
exactly
all
in
of
the
the
room.
drinks with somebody else.
Yeah.
But what if you legitimately have one person that wants to drink? What if you got somebody that said it's like
recovering
what if they're a
alcoholic.
friend of Bill W?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the thing? Isn't it Bill W?
What if somebody's in recovery or somebody's...
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you.
What if they're like in their 12-step program? They're like an Alcoholics Anonymous, and you get a... Well, then technically, I would guess that the other person should not have the balls to get the all you can eat, all you can drink package.
I have a friend who is in recovery, and he's perfectly comfortable being around alcohol. And if you wanted to, if you were with him and you were having a drink, he'd be fine. But he shouldn't have to buy the drink package.
I gotta be honest, I can't put this Corn Star Kettle Company popcorn down.
It's really good, isn't it?
I can't put it down.
It's pretty damn good.
I gotta stop because
Thank you very much, guys.
I can't talk and eat this stuff. It's just salty and sweet at the same time. It's great.
That's what kettle corn is, yes.
Yep.
And I usually don't like the salty, but this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I usually
stuff.
like to keep my salty and I like to keep my savory and sweet separate, but this is fantastic.
Except when you're eating Corn Star.
That's good.
I'll try to get you some bigger bags of it after the new year.
But also, Carnival Cruise also jacked up the price of the Cheers. That's what they call it. It's Cheers with an exclamation point. Unlimited alcohol package.
Wasn't it like $60 a day?
They hiked it by 17% recently.
How much is it now?
$12,000 per. No, I'm kidding. It's you for a 6-night cruise. You used to pay $70.74 a day, and now that's been hiked up to $82.54 a day, including an 18% gratuity.
That includes the gratuity?
No, hang on.
So you're at $100.
No, that it says including.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, because here's the thing.
That's how you get that odd number of $82.54.
Well, you know what? When you have these drink packages, they just give you they still give you a receipt to sign, and they still expect a tip. So I'd rather pay the tip up front, and instead of having to drop dollars on and have it add up on my cruise card.
Carnival's brand ambassador, John Held, defended the policy where people were upset, disappointed. He said that it was a response to abuse of the program, and that's where like one person buy. It's like the all-you-can-eat buffet. Wasn't there like a Larry David thing in one of the seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry gets the all-you-can-eat buffet and then starts handing out shrimp to Jeff or something, right?
You guys can't share.
I think so.
Yeah. And then some lawyer comes over and illegal mumbo jumbos him and knocks the owner of the restaurant down or something. Yeah. All right. I hope I don't have to deal with seat squatters in short order as I'm going to be hopping on a flight. But a lot of people are doing seat squatting. They're just finding a seat they want as they board the airplane, and they just take it. And I'm not talking about the open seating that Southwest. I have not been on Southwest since. Did they actually put the new policy in effect where you don't have the A, B, and C boarding groups now? And
I don't know. It's been a while.
Has Southwest actually initiated? Because I have not been on Southwest in probably 6 or 8 months.
Southwest will begin assigning seats to passengers on flights in 2026.
All right, so it's still over a year away. Gotcha. So seat squatting is where somebody just says, "Oh, I like that seat right there." And sometimes it's even like a first class or a business class seat or like a...
I was just laughing.
That was a laugh.
That was a laugh.
Okay, all right.
No, I was picturing someone like you're.
I think I saw some sputum fly out.
Probably
No.
did.
Yeah.
I'm picturing you walking down the aisle and someone's seat squatting, and I just have this image in my head of like they're in the squatting position as if they're going to the bathroom, standing on the toilet, but they're standing on the seat.
Squatty potty
seat
and
rests.
squatty potty and
Yeah.
Little hovering.
Yeah. So, but seat squatters are people that just grab a seat and they hope that nobody else is going to take that seat. And it's sort of like a game of roulette. And if somebody takes the seat, and they're just hoping that the real person doesn't come by or they don't show up or that seat is not assigned. And it's just, I'm hearing from flight attendants, and I've seen multiple stories that it's happening more and more and more. In fact, a flight attendant sent me the story. He said, "Hey, you're talking about the seat squatting." So
it seems like I've seen that like at stadiums and stuff, like at concerts.
Mhm.
I'll just sit in a good seat, and
Yes.
then when they come,
You're so right.
This is our seat. Oh, sorry. We move over a couple until we get kicked out of the row.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I do a little seat squatting, but not like in a completely different seat. It's like if I'm traveling with the kids, we're all trying to be together.
Yeah.
There's a story of a woman who was upgradable, like next on the list, if one of the seats was empty in first class. So the woman says the boarding door closed, and then she was approached by a flight attendant that she heard from the gate agent that seat 3A did not show up, that we can move you out of Comfort Plus into first class or business class. And she gets up there and someone's already sitting in the seat. And it was someone that just grabbed the seat. It was a seat squatter. I was like, no, you go to 35F.
And do seat squatters think that...
For you've got some effing nerve. 35 effing nerve.
Yeah.
All right.
Do they think you're just like going to be satisfied with it? Like, oh, okay, I guess someone's there. I'll
Nothing
just
to
go
be
find
angry
another.
over. Listen, if you get busted, you go back. Otherwise, there's no penalty. Listen, otherwise you might get a free seat.
Maybe someone will go, oh, I don't want to sit there because this person's been sitting there, so
Yeah.
I want a fresh one.
I germed it up.
I'm hoping that none of our listeners went to Dr. Christopher Walker.
He's my primary care. Oh, my God. Is he okay?
Who practiced at the Beha Body Med Spa.
Yes, the Beha Body Med Spa.
In downtown
Orlando. or Omaha.
Orlando. How do you guess Orlando?
I saw your lips
'Cause you
going,
went, oh.
you saw. Gotcha. I gave
I
it
told
away.
you he's my primary care.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
he
I
is.
love that guy.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Anyway, if you had a Brazilian butt lift from
that's
him.
exactly why I went there. Yes.
If you had your Brazilian butt lift from him, I hope it went okay because he just had his license suspended after a patient died in 2021. My God. A Brazilian death lift. Yeah, you know what? That's grounds for losing your medical license when a patient dies. Yeah, Channel 2 in Orlando reported that Walker performed liposuction on a 38-year-old woman as part of the procedure, but he repeatedly crossed through the patient's abdominal muscles and punctured multiple organs. How the hell can you do liposuction? You're a doctor and you're puncturing organs?
Oh, but he's an artist.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, he pleaded guilty in 2022 to felony charges for getting kickbacks and bribes in exchange for patient referrals. Man, this sounds like an all-around camper right here. At his hearing before the Board of Medicine last week, the chief legal counsel for the Florida Department of Health said Walker was not board certified in cosmetic surgery, but also noted it's not a requirement. And I guess he's groveling. He's like begging. He's like, I accept full responsibility for my mistake, my grave error. I understand that my mistake, though unintended, caused immense pain and suffering. What do you mean? It killed somebody. It was more than immense pain and suffering. You killed him.
Can he get a medical license in another state?
Yeah. Haiti.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm filled with profound sorrow for the family affected by this loss.
I completely agree. I believe him.
Yeah, but they revoked his medical license. Yeah, he should not be practicing any kind of medicine. I don't want him giving my freaking dog an aspirin. Killing somebody during a... And I hope this is not you, folks, as we wrap up the show here. I hope this is not you. And I saw this, that 61% of shoppers say that the holiday season is financially terrifying.
Yes.
And I get it. I understand. I just hope it's not you. People feeling compelled to buy gifts and presents and overextend and jam up the credit card. I get it. And, well, that number is real. It's palpable. It's significant. 61% of holiday shoppers say that this season, 'tis the season, is financially terrifying because there's a lot of money going out. And with that, we're going to go out. Hey, if you want to follow me and my exploits over the next couple of weeks, I'm at Certified MJ on, you know what? Yesterday, about this time, I said I need 17 or 20 new followers. I ended up with 100 new followers.
What?
So, yeah, I thank you. So, you know what? I want 7 new followers right now.
A Christmas gift to MJ.
Yeah. All I want is 7 new followers. I'm not being a greedy, blood-sucking pig. All I want is 7 new followers right now on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Are we all set on the return date? Is everyone set? Because you were bitching and moaning that you're not coming back on January 2nd.
You are coming back the dumbest day.
I'm coming back on January 3rd.
J3? All right, I'll be here J2.
All right, so I want to get clear.
You caved, Fester.
I'm taking J3 off.
What about J6?
You know what? I'm a little busy.
All right, so
I got a march I'm going to.
All right, here's the deal. We're back January 2nd live. All right, so Fester, you will be here because you weren't going to be here. You will be here.
Fine. I didn't know Roxanne was taking J.
And you're not going to be here January 2nd?
I'm going to be in the air. Up in the air, flying back.
All right.
From where?
Bahamas.
All right.
Hey, can I give a shout out to Ovations Dance Academy? Amazing Nutcracker performance last week. Cast party this weekend. Congratulations.
Awesome. Folks, have a great holiday season. I'm fully available on my email, mj@mjmorningshow.com. My DMs are open on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And for the rest of 2024, do me a favor. The MJ Morning Show is just asking for one thing. Let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app.